Welcome back to God damn it. Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. I fucked up the cable right at the start. Oh, well, it's back. Cool. Just gotta be careful with that damn cable. But yes, we are going to continue Lostbelt number 4. Don't worry about that little minor mishap. Let me know if there are any issues with the stream at any given moment. It should be fine, just like we've been at. So I'm gonna continue. I think we're about to fight William Tell, like, legit for now. But I can't remember. Pretty sure. As I kept walking, I got more and more anxious. What if Father ends up dying? He remembered my birth and anniversary and everything. He said he would celebrate it with me. And for just an instant, I'm pretty sure he even patted my head earlier. Wow, your dad's a dick. What do I do? How can I make sure everyone ends up happy? Is there any way for my father to get better? The Kali to go away? And all of us to go on to the next Yuga together? Then I remembered the nice travelers, the ones who seemed like gods but aren't. If the only thing I can do is pray, I'd rather pray to them. Besides, they know all sorts of things. Maybe they'll even know how to fix my father's injury. I am doing wonderful, thank you. Sorry, I had to ban somebody from the Twitch chat because they were a bot trying to post spam. Maybe they'll even know how to fix my father's injury. I'll go look for them. She's gonna get killed. What did you find, girl? Oh, you ran into him? Ah, yep. I didn't know what was going on, but I could tell that the travelers were in trouble. It's really surprising, but I can't just stand around in shock. The man attacking the travelers must be one of the bad gods someone once told me about. Honestly, I still don't know what the difference is between good gods and bad gods, but I definitely don't want the travelers to die. I have to do something. Ugh. Something fell to the ground in front of me. I know what this is. I saw the grown-ups practicing with them. You just squeeze this part, and it shoots an arrow. Could I use this to help? Maybe if I can help the nice travelers, they could help my father? Take up arms, little girl. Take up arms, little girl. Huh? Is that... Sorry, I'm checking something real quick. They're gonna kill her for dramatic effect. I don't know, we'll find out. Is that... Don't fuck with me! Oh no, Asha, stop! Someone else foolish enough to shoot at a seasoned hunter? Time to show them what happens when... Huh? I can't pull the trigger. Stop, you can't shoot a child! Yeah, we all know your story. Come on, William, don't you remember your son? Don't you remember how you had to shoot that apple off his head to save him from that jerkwad of Evoked? Listen, I'm a hardcore gamer, so I may not know much outside of my wheelhouse, but I know this. Shooting a kid is the one thing William Tell should never, ever do. Huh? My son? What are you talking about? I can't believe it. His memories must have been deemed useless and erased. I don't know what's going on, but at least he finally stopped moving around. Now's our chance. Don't worry about Asha. My impressive girth can function as an even more impressive meat shield. Well, there you go. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. Come on, Master, it's time to finish this. Anime David Lynch. I don't know what he looks like in person. Yeah, y'all seem to really like Ereshkigal. Question is she single target? No. I need a good single target. Why the fuck not? I wonder if he's gonna have that stupid fucking buff on for this fight, too. I hope not. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Ah! Okay, he's got some bullshit on him. What is that? What is this buff on your ass? Unable to use noble phantasms. Well, fuck yeah. Let's just maul his ass. Looks like the harder fight came first, I'm guessing. Remember your son. Remember. Simba. God, I love Skak. She is just like the killer. Oh, cool. That looks pretty cool of you. Oh. I could have taken more. Charge Ku's noble phantasm, I dare ya. I dare ya. Do it. Just do it. Oh wait, he can use the noble phantasm now. Stun his ass. Yep. You ain't going nowhere, fool. Cut. Wait. I'm doing wonderful. Puncture your sorry ass. But it didn't kill you. Skahak is way better than Ku. I'm sorry. Ah, that's nice. Bond up. Yeah, but if his break bar dies in one frickin' turn, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I'm just glad he didn't have that stupid buff. You failed to shoot the quarry you were hunting, You failed to shoot the quarry you were hunting, our master, and you almost shot a child instead. What a shame. You are no longer William Tell, the heroic archer engraved in the throne of heroes. You were nothing more than an ordinary hunter at the mercy of a god. Begone, William Tell, before you are past redemption. Ah! What an awful fate, having only your defective memories erased. I don't even want to think about what I'd be like if I had that happen to me. This battle isn't over just yet. Finish him. I'm well aware. Huh? This really pisses me off. We already know who it is just by that line. I'm still not done with my last job, but I couldn't just ignore all this crap. Damn it all. It makes me real angry that you guys had the bad luck to be here when you have nothing to do with the beast I was chasing. Great. Great. But I got that quartz. That makes everything better. A little bit of quartz for your wound. Yay! Only 2 sections, for the love of God. Aswataman! Of all times for him to show up. Indeed, I was just about to remind you. I assume none of you have forgotten what day it is. Today is the Kali Yuga, when the entire world is unmade and recreated. If we ought to safely avoid its effects, I might suggest that you begin your retreat towards the border. Alacrity would be advisable. Move your ass. Can't you see what we're dealing with here, Can't you see what we're dealing with here, Detective? We can't possibly turn our backs on this opponent. Damn it. It's just been one thing after another. Oh, I almost forgot. What are you doing here, Asha? Where's your dad? He hurt his leg. He's at the healers right now. Gotcha. That sounds serious, but right now you've got to get out of here and hide, Asha. Okay. Aswataman is bound to come after us if we try to run away. Since we destroyed the giant Kali, the townspeople should be able to look after themselves. So I think the best thing we could do now is try to make a break for it. There are 2 problems with that idea. First, Aswataman is a powerful servant. With all of us so exhausted, merely escaping him isn't going to be easy. If we're not careful, he'll end up mowing us down the moment we turn our backs on him. And second, I'd really like to finish Tell off while we have the chance. We need to eliminate him if we're going to defeat Arjuna, and we may never get another chance like this again. Yeah, but what about, our lives? Shouldn't surviving be our first priority? I mean, even if we do manage to take him down, what's the point if we all end up dead because we failed to get away? I know, but damn it. Ow. My face, my leg. Just what we needed. You awake now? Good. Then you can help me take care of these guys, especially since you were supposed to. What the? Betrayal! Nope. I just can't seem to remember anything from my old life. But I do remember there was something from it I was forced to forget. That's right. I know there was something real important to me. Something I don't have anymore. And I know you and that god were the ones who took it. Are they falling out with each other? No, wait, it looks like William Tell was never a complete Lokapala to begin with. At any rate, now's our chance to run for it. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's go everyone, but keep an eye out in case anyone comes after us. What? Hey, get back here, damn it! Oh, now I am really pissed. You're gonna pay for that, old man. He's gone too. I guess he must have used Vayu's power to make an escape. I doubt he'll last long with those wounds if he pushes himself too hard, but still. Damn it. Well, if I can only go after one of them, might as well stick to the ones I can see. Aswataman is coming after us. I was afraid this might happen. Keep running. I'll hold him off at the rear. I know about his amazing... I know about his amazing regenerative abilities. They practically make him immortal. Sorry. I may not be able to defeat him now, but I would at least like to stop him from coming after us. Of course, since he'll recover from most damage as soon as we inflict it on him, I'll probably have to cut off both his legs to do even that. Damn it, that's just as much work as defeating him, especially while trying to make an escape at the same time. Of all the stupid times. Damn it! That damn conceptual arrow must have triggered it. Now he's writhing around on the ground and swearing like a sailor, that'd be funny. Sweating like a pig. What's going on? It looks like he's in pain. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not about to look this particular gift horse in the mouth. Let's get out of here while we can! Damn it. Now I'm really pissed. Now that they know about me, I'm sure the false god won't hesitate to erase me with everything else he doesn't want in this world. You're certain that I can avoid the cataclysm as long as I'm on board your ship, yes? Absolutely. Speaking of which, it looks like Arjuna's started to charge up his noble phantasm right on schedule. Oh, that's what you mean by Hot Wheels. God, I was so confused what the hell you were talking about. Aswataman is my best guess. Aswatama? Yeah, maybe. Confirming our distance from Arjun now. Good, we should be safe here. The one thing we must avoid at all costs is a direct attack on the border. We can't escape to void space without a vehicle capable of a zero sail, after all. We're only a few hundred meters away from the rendezvous. It looks like we won't have any trouble reaching it in time. I can hear the border's engine now. Ah, home sweet home. Now don't start that. This is not your home, damn it. All that aside, I still kinda wonder why Aswataman stopped chasing us. I don't think he stopped so much as he... Good, I've got a visual on your position. We'll get ready for zero sail as soon as we rendezvous. Wait, huh? Hold up. Hold everything. What is it, Mounier? If this is about taking a bathroom break, you should have thought of that before we left. What? No, there's a servant right next to the rendezvous point. What? Did one of them come after us? This is terrible! What if they attack the border? No, we need not worry about that. Based on these readings I'm seeing, the answer is plain to see. They're wounded. This servant has clearly been so gravely injured that they're no longer able to move. Furthermore? It is a servant we're all familiar with, Director Gordolf. Though we are decidedly not on friendly terms, unfortunately. Sarah and her team should be coming up on her shortly. For the moment, I suggest we wait to see what happens. Perhaps then we will be able to determine what brought her here. Oh, poor Koyanskaya. What? Oh, well, she saved our life after trying to end it. I don't know. I kind of like Koyanskaya. I'm sorry. The Emperor, who embodied all of humanity, was one thing, but I can destroy a mere warrior like you with just a few bites. I guess that didn't work out for you so well, did it? Okay, you know, let's take a moment to appreciate her underboob. O Lord of fan service, blessed be this day. Thank you for your gracious offering. Alas, my short-sighted, lovely bark turned out to be worse than my bite. Now I see what they mean when they say brightest stars burn out the quickest. That locally sourced Lokapala is on a whole different level. He must be the most powerful servant in this Lostbelt, excepting Arjuna. And if that weren't enough, he even had some powerful Holy Sutras equipped, no doubt thanks to that damn monk. I can't break out my other tails here in this India. That would put me too close to my original for comfort. My goal is to become an entirely nine-tailed My goal is to become an entirely new nine-tailed beast, after all. I refuse to be part of obsolete folklore. Oh well, at least I was able to punch that angry meathead's stupid front teeth down his stupid throat before I made my escape. Ah, that felt good. All I have to worry about now... is her top and undersuit? No? Is that God's monstrous power? Now that I've been marked as an undesirable, I can't afford to get caught in it. And try as I might to leave. It isn't just those damn sutras holding me back. If only I hadn't taken that side trip to South America. At any rate, it looks like I won't be able to manifest in any other region until I can get rid of this virtue. In which case... well, any port in a storm, like I always say, this world is about to give and take. If I have to hitch a ride to avoid getting wiped out of existence, then so be it. She's so cute. I believe she's attempting to hitchhike. What? What in the world is that minx thinking? Unfortunately, she's too close to the rendezvous for us to go around her without losing a lot of time. But of course, there's no telling what she might do if we stay on track and end up running into her. What should we do? She does look like she's been through a lot. Huh? Whoa. You'd better not be thinking what I think you're thinking, Sarah. I know she helped us out a little in China, but that hardly makes us allies, not by a long shot. Besides, let's not forget that I was completely, entirely, 100% her fault, it was, that we were poisoned in the first place. I know, but she's hot. There, you see? Even the little furball knows we can't trust her. Come on, we need to make a choice here. That's fine if you want to ignore her, but you should know she's charging up some weird kind of magical energy. She's holding both hands up and forming some kind of glowing ball of energy above her head. And just look at that smile. I can almost hear her saying, "If you don't come get me, I'm gonna use all my remaining power to blow myself up and take you all out with me." Munier, I recommend taking a detour. We should pick up Sarah's group at least 10 kilometers away from her. I told you, we don't have time for that! Besides, they're already going as fast as they can. I don't think we have any choice. Alright, I'll consider this a distress signal and allow it just this once. She may be one of our most contemptible enemies, but abandoning someone asking for help would just lead to more headaches down the road. Yeah, pretty much. Besides, you let me on board when I was in trouble. You might as well do the same for Koyanskaya. Also, those injuries of hers, it looks to me like she had a falling out with one of our other enemies. I had a feeling that was going to happen sooner or later. If that's true, that would mean she's become a target for Arjuna's noble phantasm. It would certainly explain why she's looking to the border of all places for refuge. Bringing her on board does pose a risk, but we also know she's been weakened if she attempts anything untoward. We will not be defenseless. Furthermore, we may be able to gain new and valuable information from her, or even have her fight with us again for a time. True, but I warn you to exercise the utmost caution. That minx's devilish charms were powerful enough to deceive even a first-class dandy like myself. If we're going to let her on board, we should put a bag over her head or something just to be safe. I'm pretty sure we won't have to worry about that. We all know really well what sort of person she is by now. Don't be ridiculous! You're the one I'm worried about the most, Carpaccio. I can tell from the beta male look on your face that practically screams 2D girlfriends are all I need, that you'd be powerless against her charms. You're worried about me? What are you, my mom? Are you quite sure you'll be alright? Positive. Well, alright then. Still, I'm going to give myself a few good dabs of this cologne just in case. In case of what, exactly? Alright, go ahead and do a full-throttle drift to the spot right between Sarah and Koyanskaya. Deja vu, we're just in the shadow border. Riding on the desert trying to pick up our crew so we don't die. We'll depart once again as soon as you've taken all the necessary precautions. Oh good, you stopped. I guess that means you're letting me on? You're gonna tell us about what's going on, okay? But of course, I would never expect a free ride.
Fool! Fool!
Oh my, little foe, you really do have it out for me, don't you? Oh, I'm so scared. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? Or is the plan to put me in some... Oh, really? Or is the plan to put me in some bondage gear before we get moving? Yes! 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 Perhaps one of you is giddy at the thought of an opportunity to do all sorts of naughty things he missed his chance for in China. I'll have you know I was thinking nothing of the sort. The only thing I'm hopeful for at the moment is the suspension bridge effect. At the moment, I would prefer you get on the border post-haste. We can begin our zero sale... So we can begin our zero sale preparations. I tried to ensure we would have time to spare, but I have a bad feeling about what's coming. Do try to hurry. How unexpectedly thrilling. Perhaps you were simply unaware, my dear Chaldeans. Oh my, this will never do. Surely you should know better than that by now, no? This world gets leaner and leaner as more excess is shaved off with each Yuga cycle. That of course means that it requires a bit less energy to destroy it as cycles go on. So if you were expecting it to take as long as it did before, why, you might just find yourselves running a little short on time. Go on, God. Let us proceed with the next culling. Good boy. Huh? I see. So you want me to help run this world so you don't have to bother yourself with trivial matters, huh? And by running this world, you also mean taking care of people less than inclined to cooperate. Well, I hate to tell you this after you went and summoned me, but I'm not the man for the job. My arrows are meant for shooting apples off my son's head, and for shooting that scumbag, Vogt, through the heart. I'll never use them to shoot children, so I guess that's that. Sorry. What will you do now? If that is his reason for refusing to obey me, then those thoughts are unnecessary. There is something inside him that should not be there. Indeed, indeed, I couldn't agree more. But as luck would have it, the next Yuga cycle is almost upon us. All you need to do is remove that defect from him, and he will then have no choice but to serve you faithfully. Vogt. I thought I was only going along with you guys as a hunter for hire. And as the guy being hired, I expected you to pay me for my help. Nobody ever told me I'd be the one paying you such a heavy price. Consider our contract null and void. have no idea how to say that. Apfelschiven? I'll have to look that shit up later. I apologize. You fool! Your idiocy knows no bounds! What can a half-dead archer's arrow hope to do against a god? I hear a voice from a long time ago, one of the records that remains in this shadow's head. The voice dripping with oppressive authority, intolerant of the slightest defiance. I'm told you have some skill with a crossbow? Then go ahead and make this shot. If you succeed, I will overlook your transgressions. A mess of emotions, reluctance, doubt, fear. Each raged within me at those words, but still I took the shot. I shot an apple off my son's head, because I had no other choice. That was my profession, after all. I'd made a life out of only ever hitting what I aimed at. But I never thought of myself as the god of marksmanship. Besides, even gods are known to miss sometimes. And a hunter always has to consider what will happen if they miss their shot. Because the fact is, the moment their arrow misses, there will be another target that absolutely needs to be hit. So I had another arrow ready to go inside my jacket. If my first arrow failed to pierce the apple, if both my son's world and mine had ended with that shot, I would at least make sure the beast so needed killing would die with us. Thankfully, I didn't need to use my second arrow on that day. But even so, I had every confidence in the world. If my first arrow had missed, or rather, if the arrow that absolutely needed to hit its target didn't, the fact that there would be another target that needed to be hit meant that my second arrow would be sure to find its mark. What? It hit? I always make sure to hit the targets I can't afford to miss, like the apple on my son's head. But of course I also have another arrow ready to go just in case I miss. That second arrow is my true noble phantasm. It doesn't matter if my... I don't know how to say this. Schweitischwin's target is an evil folk or a god. It'll still find its mark. There are some shots you can only make after you've already missed. Now I see. Your noble phantasm interferes with causality. It's a shadow arrow that's guaranteed to hit if the arrow before it misses. And on top of that, you infused it with all of Vayu's divine power to make doubly sure it hits its target. Though of course that's still not nearly enough to so much as scratch him. If this good-for-nothing hunter managed to get God's attention, even just for a few seconds, I'll consider that plenty meaningful in itself, knowing that a human's will reached him. After all, a few seconds has got to count for a lot when you're a god remaking the entire world. Surprised? If the look on your face is any indication, this wasn't for nothing after all. Well, I'm just that much happier I took a little extra effort to rouse these bones for one final shot. Your entire being has become unnecessary. You think I didn't see this coming? I know how close I am to dying better than anyone. But you know, the wounded quarry is the most dangerous as the end closes in. There's nothing stronger or more dangerous than a cornered animal. I know that better than most. Vater Schießen? Or Schießen? Is it Schießen? Like as in school? Oh, and one last warning before I go. I told Asclepius this too, but the reason you summoned me last is because you felt a regular old human would be a good match for a god, right? Even if you only realized it subconsciously, that doesn't make it any less true. Hell, maybe that's why that last arrow got through to you. If you don't realize what that means, someone even more desperately cornered than me is gonna end up firing a third arrow. I wonder who that'll end up being. god has cast his gaze downward. You have become unnecessary, furthermore. God has also seen. These defects are unnecessary, and therefore evil. Begone, evil. You are not needed in the new Yuga, the new world. I will now wield the sword of the god who ends all things. I will cut off the world from the rift in the world. Made by my blade, clear purification will burst forth. Terminus and Genesis will cycle anew. Sword of Disillusion, let your blade fall. Mahaprayala. I don't know about defective, but I can tell that I'm not really me if I can't remember my son. So wait, are you saying that FGO's Noble Phantasm isn't grammatically correct? Well, I know Scheisen. Was he speaking German right there? I thought he was like, I forgot what William Tell is, like, nationality-wise. Oh, there you are. It's alright, it's okay now. It took me a while, but I finally remembered. I'm sorry I couldn't be the father you deserved. Aww. What a good man. Hareen spells aren't grammatically correct either. That's funny. That's funny. Switzerland? Yeah, I think you're right. The Zero Sail has entered a stable zone. We should finally be safe here, at least for a while. Once again, we escaped by the skin of our teeth. I was hoping to never have to cut it that close again. I'm sorry. You are as tasteless as a tiger shark. Do you always bring your enemies with you like this? Oh, she got her clothes back. Damn it. Oh, if it isn't the strange servant I saw in the Wandering Sea. I didn't know you were here, too. As you can see, I'm currently nothing more than a fellow fugitive. As they say, no road is long with good company, and love makes the world go round. What a perfect example of strange bedfellows, or shipmates, if you will. Of course, this is strictly a temporary business arrangement, but I do hope we can get along for this duration. Likewise. Oh, and not so much as a finger on the instruments, please. If you so much as breathe on them, Mr. Detective there is going to open up a can of baritsu on your ass. Now, I'll thank you not to refer to we detectives as you would a knife. Never mind that my deductions are so sharp one could cut oneself on them. Even I would need a hot shower if I were to get the blood of so toxic a vixen on me. Oh my, the office banter is so pointed here. You're not picking a fight with me, are you? Ha 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 ha. What I want to know is, why is no one pointing out how Koyanskaya's outfit just magically fixed itself? See, Mounier, you are a man of culture. You get it. You get it, dude. You get it. She even looks good in a traditional Indian outfit, complete with sari. Is she an angel or a demon after all? Alright, enough small talk. We have a great deal of questions and precious little time. Let's begin with your present circumstances. Why did you seek refuge aboard the border? Aren't you with the Lostbelts, or rather, the foreign god? Well, you know how bands sometimes split up because of creative differences. It's a lot like that. I think Peperoncino can attest to it. I never liked this one much to begin with, and was planning to wash my hands of him once he'd served his purpose, but he ended up beating me to the punch. He filled Arjuna's ears with all sorts of nonsense about me, and now I'm officially persona non grata in this India. That said, I never had much of an option about this Lostbelt to begin with, so I'm not too broken up that I've been exiled from it for now. But for the time being, I think I'll stick around a little longer. Let's just say I have my reasons. Uh-huh. I thought as much. Though as much as about what? Wait. Thought as much about what, Peperoncino the traitor? Oh, a swing and a miss. I haven't betrayed anyone, but thanks for playing. My goal as Crypter is to grow my tree of emptiness, and I certainly haven't abandoned it. I'm not on bad terms with anyone from Team A, and I have no intention of defying the foreign god either. The only ones I don't trust are you alter egos. I mean, how could I? You're all definitions of shady. It's because I have my doubts about you three that I shared my information I have with Sarah. I thought I could gain some insight from a different perspective on this situation, though I'm sure Holmesy already deduced as much. Indeed, I was fully aware that you were probing our goals and perspectives. But of course I allowed it, as I could tell you were doing it from a place of fairness rather than malice. Given the current state of the world, it doesn't take much thought to realize this fatal contradiction. The fact that Miss Koyanskaya is here right now only further serves to reinforce it. While I do feel as though I already have a firm grasp on the answer, I also feel as though it would be improper for me to be the one to explain it. So as one of those directly involved, I would like to ask you about this great mystery we can no longer ignore, Scandinavia Peperoncino. Aw, that's sweet. How can you be so kind and handsome and yet so unpopular? Is it because you're inhuman at heart? I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Alright then, don't mind if I do. Koyanskaya, you can confirm this for me, right? The goals of the crypters and the foreign god's disciples don't completely line up, do they? What do you mean? Let me be clear. This world is headed towards oblivion. The way it's being run now, it can't possibly end up at anything halfway decent. Once it's completely purged of evil, we're not going to have the perfect world he's aiming for. We'll be left with a world of total nothingness. It's fair to say that Arjuna has gone completely off the rails. But the bigger problem is that you disciples aren't doing anything to stop him. If anything, that treacherous snake of a man is pushing him to hurry things along. Why? The way things are going now, both this Lostbelt and its Tree of Emptiness will be lost forever. So why aren't you two trying to stop that? Furthermore, given the state we found you in, it seems that there is every possibility that even you disciples don't share a common goal. Tell us, what exactly are you? Good question. I suppose if it will pay my fare, I'll answer you as far as I'm able to. I do indeed have my own adorable goals I'm working towards. Adorable goals that neither the crypters nor that shitty monk share. I sincerely doubt there's anything adorable about them. What are they? Well, there's tormenting humans. Oh, and collecting regional monsters, I suppose? It's a hobby of mine, investigating new and unusual creatures. The Lostbelt has both Kali and sacred beasts, so I'm pretty happy about that. What can you tell us about the other alter ego? I'm afraid that's one I can't answer. It would violate the non-disclosure agreement in the contract I signed with the foreign god. The most I can say is that he and I most certainly do not get along, as you can tell from my presence here. The three alter egos may have different approaches due to different personalities, but share one common goal. All three alter egos want to grow the Trees of Emptiness to completion. I see. Is that true for Father Kotomine? I mean Rasputin, too? Of course. But you know what happened in the Russian Lostbelt? What with its king and Kaduk being who they are? Well, despite what you might think, that priest is a genuine saint, complete with the ability to know the future. I guess you could say he can make prophecies. And apparently he prophesied that the Russian Lostbelt was only ever going to end poorly, and acted accordingly. Alright, that's enough from me. I believe I've more than paid paid for my fare by now. Oh, no, you haven't. Not by a long shot. It costs a lot more than that to ride my ship. Leaving the question of whether it's your ship or not aside, I do agree that she's only begun to pay her fare. Oh, come now, do you have any idea how much Rasputin's secrets would normally cost? That priest never says a word about himself, you know. It wasn't easy to part with them, but since doing so would be his problem more than mine, I figured I could share them with you as a little side bonus of sorts. So she's willing to sell out her teammates' skills, but not her own secrets, huh? Talk about a dyed-in-the-wool misanthrope. It's like everything she does is designed to piss others off. I have a feeling we're not going to get anything from her that she isn't willing to give us. For now, I guess we should just be glad that I was able to confirm my hypothesis. I wonder just how much Kirstaria knows about the foreign god's identity and objectives. At any rate, I no longer have any interest in what happens to this world. I am, as they say, over it. So by all means, go ahead and mess with it as much as you like. I'd especially be happy if I could give you that... I'd be especially happy if you could give that shitty monk some much-needed comeuppance. Do you really think we're done here? We saved you when you were at death's door, and I doubt you're anywhere close to your old strength yet. To put it another way, you have nowhere to run, and your life is in our hands now. Oh my, does this mean your gentlemanly facade is crumbling? Now that I'm your prisoner, I wonder what you're going to do to me. Are you going to bind my limbs and throw me in solitary? Chop me into tiny pieces like what happened in China? What? No, I'm just referring to your promise temporarily... I'm just referring to your promise to temporarily cooperate with us. Though that's not to say we won't take precautions. I trust there won't be an issue letting her out of here along with Sarah. I highly doubt it, not with Rama, Ganesha, and Lakshmi all keeping an eye on her. Once we have our safety measures in place, I believe our most prudent course of action would be to act on this new information. And of course, when the situation calls for it, we would like you to assist us in battle. At the moment, I believe that covers the manner of assistance we expect from you. Well, I can't promise to be of too much help in combat, but I can certainly fight well enough to protect my own life. And if you're treating me as a guest rather than a prisoner, I'll agree the information I shared doesn't cover my fare. So rest assured I'll be glad to work off the rest. I certainly don't want to be in debt to humans after all. Well, if nothing else, at least we made it through another cataclysm unscathed. I think we've all earned a little break today, so why don't we kick back and relax while we wait for the outside world to stabilize? If all goes well, maybe we'll even be able to settle everything during the next Yuga cycle. Oh. So you're the one I heard on the transmission. I go by Captain right now, though that name has no particular meaning. Not that I have any other more meaningful name to go by right now, anyway. Good to meet you, Captain. You don't have to tell me. I know who you are. Do you mean we've met somewhere before? Of course not. What makes you think that? I guess it would be your scent. My scent, huh? Well, I guess I can understand that more than if you'd said my appearance. Anyway, I'm afraid I have a lot of work I need to get back to. You should rest now while you can. I wonder why he's avoiding me. I don't remember wronging him. Although that look in his eyes, was it nervousness? Fear? No, wait. I think it was guilt? New cycle. How's it going? Wonderful. A bit tired, but wonderful. Ooh, I don't think I've ever been so happy to see the sky. There really is something about seeing it for the first time in a while that appeals to even a die-hard shut-in like me. Really? Well, sure. All the more so when you've been inside as long as I have. I always enjoyed the early mornings when I'd have to run down to the convenience store to replenish my snack supplies after fighting a massive raid boss for 3 days straight. The way you could still see the stars as the first rays of sun started to creep over the horizon was just divine. Whoa, maybe it was those spiritual morning walks that made Ganesha choose me for his vessel. Yeah, probably not. Why did it turn itself off? There. My apologies for the seemingly endless string of similar instructions. But I would like you all to start by returning to Bichu as usual. Let's get 'em, guys! What a perfectly peaceful little human town. It makes me positively nauseous. So what's the plan here? You do have a plan to take down that spoiled brat turned god, don't you? We're going to tear him off his divine throne and bring him down to our level, starting with this town. Now that these people have fought their way through a Kali Yuga, there should be even more of them on our side. Once we've confirmed that this town isn't a god worth... what? Once we've convinced this town he isn't a god worth worshipping, we'll move on to other towns until he's weakened enough that we can defeat him. A good boycott campaign, huh? Or a god boycott campaign. Okay, I can see the sense in that. At least theoretically. Even though we're in the peaceful Kurta Yuga now, something feels off. I feel it too. Does this town seem weirdly quiet to you, too? Definitely. Do you like FGO crossovers? What do you mean, like an FGO crossover? I mean, I love things like Kara no Kyokai, if that's what you're referring to. Hey guys, I'm kinda worried about Asha. Remember she said her dad was injured? Maybe we should go check on her. Of course, I was just thinking the same thing. I think her house was over in that direction. Let's go see her. There's her house. Thank goodness it's intact. Why don't we take a peek inside through the window first to see how they're doing? Hey, she's there. But it does seem like all the people who took up arms might be gone. It looks like they're celebrating something. I'm so glad we made it to the Kurta Yuga to celebrate your 4,000th day of life, Asha. Me too. A lot's happened over the different Yugas. More than I can even remember. I was worried about how things were going to go when we first took you in. But you've grown up to be a wonderful little girl. Though you know, it's strange. I know we've been here since way back. But this house still doesn't feel like our home. Maybe it's just too big for us. I was just thinking the same thing. Maybe it's time we thought about moving. I think there's another house we could live in not too far from here. But we don't need to think about that now. Today's your special day, and we are going to celebrate. Go ahead and eat anything you want, okay? Okay. Oh, what's wrong, Asha? You don't look very excited. Auntie? Doesn't it feel like we're missing someone important? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, for now look what you've made me do. I'm sorry, are you okay? You dropped a dish over a little question. You're such an ulo. There it is again. It feels like someone else should have said that. It feels strange that nobody's saying it. Yeah, it really feels like there ought to be someone else here with us. What an odd little girl you are. Who would that possibly be? You know it's always been just the three of us. Yeah, I know, but I can't help but feel like I made a promise with someone. Someone who said they'd celebrate with me and patted my head, telling me how much I'd grown. Huh? Am I crying? Well, that's a funny surprise. This is supposed to be a happy day. Pull yourself together, Mashu! I'm okay. I'm okay. But Senpai, this is just... Let's get out of here. Right now, I don't think even I could look Asha in the eye and smile. She said his leg was injured. Is that why? A little thing like that? That's just like what happened to Vihan. This is horrible. I don't even have the words for how horrendously wrong this all is. Oh no! Does this mean... Lakshmi, what are you doing? They're not here. Hey! Oh, hello, is everything alright? Would you like to come to my house and have a glass of grape juice? Yum. Forget about juice. What happened to all the people in the town hall? What do you mean? You know damn well what I mean. I'm talking about the people who came here from Duval. There were dozens of people living here while they tried to find new homes. I'm very sorry, but I truly have no idea what you're talking about. Nobody has ever lived in the town hall. Damn it. You poor thing. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell you've been through a lot. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to call on me. Good luck. Damn it. Damn it! Just refusing to obey is a sin now, you false god? A crime so great you throw them away like they're worthless? It seems we were too lax in our assumptions. Given how removed Arjuna is from this world, I assumed he would never bother to personally determine the so-called defectives of individual persons' actions. Especially since we knew Duval continued to exist across Yugas, even after they began fighting back. That sounds right to me. If we're just talking about Arjuna himself, I'm sure he would consider changes in the little people's faith as a trivial matter beneath his notice. But he has a certain advisor at his ear, one who loves nothing more than snitching. And I can't see that slimy, devious monk not taking the chance to rat these people out. Yes, as I recall, you mentioned him on the border as well. It sounds as though you and he are on extremely poor terms. Oh yes, he's a wonderfully shitty monk. As for who he is, well, you'll find that out when you meet him yourselves. So it's his fault these people disappeared. No, it might be mine. Lakshmi? It might be because I helped them, because I lit a fire under them, because I drew the false god's attention to them. Maybe I'm the reason they were eliminated. They might have been erased as though they never existed because they got caught up in my cloud of bad luck. Lakshmi. No, that's not my name. I've been lying to you this whole time. Everything that's gone wrong is my fault. I knew I should have stuck to fighting on my own. What are you talking about? You're not making any sense. The god that resides within me is not Lakshmi. What was that? Me, the goddess of happiness and prosperity? What a joke. I'm the exact opposite. I bring adversity and tragedy wherever I go. I'm the embodiment of things everyone should avoid to despise. Sorry, everything people should avoid and despise. The real name of the goddess within me is Lakshmi, Lakshmi's older sister, the goddess of bad luck and misfortune. So she's Lakshmi Bai. She was named after Lakshmi, but she didn't get the pleasure of being that god. It's true. Those two sister gods are more alike than shrimp and prawns. Lakshmi, that's the goddess of misfortune. Lakshmi's direct opposite. You're saying that's who you really are? She is still a source of power lacking in consciousness, as I told you before. But yes, that is who I really am. So that's why I was never quite able to sense my beloved Sita's Lakshmi inside you. Part of it is because she's only a source of power now, and part of it is because they're sisters. No wonder I never got more than a vague impression of the divinity inside you. Why didn't you tell us sooner? Well, Lakshmi's request was simple. She conveyed to me that she wanted to help her sister trapped within the false god. Okay, so what's the problem? That's one of our goals too. But who would ever want to join forces with the embodiment of bad luck and misfortune? Hey, this is basically just Aizen. Aizen from Tales of Berseria had the same problem. Yay, subscribers! I've been using you for my own ends all this time. I thought you would refuse to help me if I was honest about my identity. And that would make it harder to achieve my goal of defeating the false god and rescuing Lakshmi. Some leader I am. I'm just a foolish woman steeped in lies and deception. Now those people were erased without a trace, and all of your hopes are dashed too, and it's all my fault. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Foo!
I understand that you're really a Lakshmi, but you're still wrong about the rest. Senpai and Pepe are right. You didn't erase Ajay or the people of Duval. Arjuna did. You can't blame yourself for this. Indeed, are you going to insist that every last bit of bad luck we've had was actually your fault? Because even for a goddess of misfortune, that would be going a bridge too far, Lakshmi. What? We're fighting for the fate of this entire world. Your luck can't possibly affect that, no matter how bad it might be. It is our skill and responsibility alone that will determine the outcome of our fight, just as it always has before. So the only laments I'll allow from you are your clumsiness, and the way that you constantly stub your toe and squirm in agony. If you thought we hadn't noticed, you were gravely mistaken. So, if you're finally done playing guessing games, where the answers were obvious, it's about time we started playing our next course of action, no? Planning. Agreed, truth be told, I had already formulated a hypothesis as to whom Lakshmi's true divinity might be. Lest we forget, the power she demonstrated during our first battle with William Tell was clearly nothing that a goddess of fortune would possess. Oh yes, that reminds me, I don't sense Vayu anywhere, so it seems Mr. Tell never did make it to this Yuga, did he? Though I can't say I'm surprised, given the resistance he put up at the end. I'm considering that a highly probable possibility as well. Given how bravely he fought last time we saw him, I'm not sure if I regret that we were unable to have him join us. I'll be glad that at least a bit more of Arjuna's power is now gone. Okay, in light of all that's happened, we need to figure out a new plan, starting with where our old one went wrong. It's obvious now that we were severely underestimating the extent of Arjuna's ability to erase things he considers defective whenever he remakes the world. Hard as it might be to believe, we know he can now get rid of entire communities if he wants to. Maybe he came up with some way to simplify it, like assuming anyone who takes up arms against the Kali is defective. But either way, now that we know he's capable of mass removals like this, we should probably assume that the more people stand out, the more likely they are to be erased. So what you're saying is, our plan to turn more people against him and drag him from his godly throne isn't looking too good anymore? So what, we just gonna give up here now, y'all? Hell no. No, absolutely not, Master. You'd better believe it. I don't care if this world's god is the one behind it. No one should have to live in a world where they could be erased like this.
Foo!
Let's figure out our next plan. I couldn't agree more, Master. We may be back to square one, but so what? As for you, Queen, who has slightly worse luck than most people, I have no desire for you to wander around in a sackcloth and ashes being so terribly morose. Who is going to benefit from you doing such a thing? It's an utterly pointless endeavor. Now that we know our old man won't work, our old plan, wow, won't work. We need your help more than ever in coming up with the next one. Will you help us? Will you continue to fight beside us, just as you have till now? I second everything Rama said. Let's just say you're not the first complicated goddess we've had on our team. You truly are an odd one, aren't you? Alright, now that we've reaffirmed our intent to continue onwards, I would like to begin discussing specifics. Does anyone have any information that would give us a good place to start? I'll get right to the point. I can think of one thing. Oh, what's that? Aswataman. There's something wrong with him. Yes, I think we all saw that for ourselves. Rami, darling. Care to be a little more detailed? I'm afraid it's difficult to explain. All I can say is, when we ran into him during the last Yuga, it felt like there was something fundamentally different about him compared to the other Lokapala. At least one of you has an eye for detail. Disposing of Aswataman is something I totally endorse, especially as I have my own grievances with him. I would like nothing more than for all of you to beat him within an inch of his life. But we still don't know how to deal with his regenerative powers. Fighting him was like fighting an immortal. Exactly, he's immortal. That's why he has no choice but to do what Arjuna says. What do you mean by that? Oopsie, now I've gotten said too much. Let me just go ahead and zip these lips back up. Anyway, I do think it's worth a shot. If you like, I could even tell you where he is right now. Hold it. I appreciate that proposal, but I don't trust it. Koyanskaya can only be trusted to lure us into a trap. What? And here I made that proposal with the very purest of intentions. I guess this means you still haven't forgiven me after all, Your Excellency. Why in the world would I forgive you when you haven't shown the slightest sign of repentance? Did that sorry do something to your brain, beautiful? Just kidding. Alright then, I'll go ahead and give you the data you'll need to track Aswataman down. Just to be sure of the results, why not conduct the search yourselves? True, that would be safer, though it will mean we'll need to walk around ourselves to pick up his signal. That's just the trade-off we'll have to make for security. Even if it takes a little longer, it's a lot better than walking into a trap completely defenseless. Alright, now that our next goal is decided, let's go find Aswataman. And take him out quickly. Don't worry, once we find him, just let me handle everything. I think I know what's going on with him now, so the next time we meet, I'll see if I'm right. The Northern Sacred Mountain. We're actually going through these sections a lot faster. Yay, Lancers. I love my Lancer teams. Damn, if only you would put a craft essence on your Tamamo. Shame, shame, shamey, shame. Instead, I'm gonna go with double Skahak. Because she's just that good. Gordolfo thinks the wrong head, and I don't blame him when it comes to Koyanskaya, but yeah. When did I update the model? Oh, a long time ago, actually. Whoa! Whoa! We're skipping time, bro! What the fuck, bro? Jesus. Use Enkidu. There you are. That's my line. But what's this? Well, what do you know? I can't believe the quarry that got away from me came back of its own accord. I'm so happy it's actually pissing me off. I appreciate you reacting exactly how I thought you would. You must have known the Chaldeans were hot on your tail, yet you couldn't ignore my aura and couldn't resist waiting around for me to show up. This is a pretty funny Lostbelt. I don't know if the funny is, but there were some pretty silly moments in China. I'm so glad you're as simple-minded as you look. Now let's get to our grudge match, shall we? Oh, but do be warned, you'll be facing Sarah and her team this time around, and they're very tough cookies. You see, they do this ungodly, annoying thing where they get stronger and stronger each time they do battle. Huh. I never could tell whose side you were on, woman. Let me ask you this, Aswataman. Would you be willing to tell us your whole story? What was that? I'm a generous king, and I can tell what others are truly thinking. I promise I will neither laugh at you nor look down on you. What do you say? Every last one of you just makes me so friggin' furious. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you doing, Rami? I thought you said you could handle him. I thought I could, but it seems this problem is not as easily solved with words as I had hoped. We'll just have to pin him down and have him cool off more naturally. So we're gonna have to fight him after all? I will help you, but what I said before still holds true. Do not rely on me too much. There is no telling when my poor luck could result in a fatal error. But you can control it at least a little, right? Like you did when you got to Tell's arrows to hit you. A little, yes, but there are some areas that are still out of my control. Not to mention that the recoil from that time is probably... Oh, Aswataman. You really are an awkward boy, aren't you? Huh, you mean like the opposite of how you strut around in those fancy clothes of yours, ex-master? Well, I'm certainly less awkward than you. I keep my life nice and simple by doing whatever it takes to stay alive. Of course, that still leaves the question of what I want to do with my life once I keep it. It's not easy being human, you know. We always want more. Huh. Guess you really must be a droid. What? A drawer. A droid? I've never seen that word again. Why did they do this to me? If you can say that sort of thing with a smile. Maybe I am kind of awkward by comparison. All I've got going for me is my anger, so it's only natural that anger would become my entire life. Living my life makes me angry, and my anger gives me a reason to live. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. Just like I know that the moment my anger dies out, I won't be me anymore. So as long as I'm still kicking, I've got no choice but to keep my fury burning. To keep burning my whole damn life. Video games and pissing? What? Are you saying that's what you're doing right now?
力を見せるがよい、勇士。できなければお前の命をもらうまで。
はぁ。
魔境、深淵のH。およそ私に殺せぬものなどない。魔境、深淵のH。
Who do you think is your most used servant in FGO? Easily Waver. He's part of every team I ever used for that NV game. Aswataman didn't stand a goddamn chance. Skew your guts. Oh, almost killed him. Easy battle. That's why Skahak is just that good. Yeah, he's pretty berserker-like. I don't know why they didn't do that. I agree with you. There we go. Now we can kick him in the nuts.
Kick him in the nuts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't burn the Skahak's quick up on him. I don't know what you're talking about. We did it, but... Damn it. I knew he was just gonna heal himself again. Is he seriously immortal or something? Is that all you've got? I can keep this up. Is it just me, or is there something else mixed in there? It's just not the pain of regeneration. It seems as though there's something deeper eating away at him. I knew it. It's just as I thought, Aswataman. You're cursed, aren't you? Did you just say cursed? That's right. Of course, there are many different kinds of curses, but for this, I believe I know exactly what is work. I believe I know what it is at work. I believe I know what it is that is at work. Fuck. I believe I know what it... I hate that line. I believe I know what is at work. There we go. Sorry. Even as we speak, this curse is tormenting Aswataman. I have no interest in Arjuna Altar, so 0. Or rather, his servant spirit origin relentlessly. This curse must be so powerful that not even a great warrior like him can remove it. I expect it's directly rooted into his destiny. A curse so deeply tied to his heroics that it's inevitable he would fall prey to it. Oh man, I know what that is. That's Kirshtarya's curse, isn't it? Oh, sorry. That's Krishna's curse, isn't it? Huh? What is Krishna's curse, Captain? We'll ask Captain, because he knows the real scoop. It's something that happened towards the end of the Great War depicted in the Mahabharata. Aswataman was overcome with anger at his father's murder, and in a cowardly act of retribution, he snuck into the enemy camp and killed them all in their sleep. Afterwards, he fired an arrow at the stomach of a pregnant mother, of what would have been the last child of the Kuru. But Krishna protected the baby and placed a dreadful curse upon Aswataman's head in retaliation. One interpretation says the curse would last for 3,000 years, during which he would be forced to endure all manner of pain and suffering. I would definitely have noticed if he'd been cursed like... I would definitely have noticed if he'd been cursed like that when I first summoned him. So Arjuna must have put the curse on him after he stole my master contract from me. It would be well within his power, since he once possessed Krishna's divinity. Since he also did, right? Aha, now it adds up. Aswataman, your immortality comes from being born with Yama and Shiva's power, and the curse you're dealing with now is too strong for you to remove on your own. See, you're trapped in a prison of endless suffering, and death offers no escape. Then does that mean you have to do what Arjuna says, or he won't undo the curse? That is pretty rough. Shut up. At the very least, I can imagine that curse going away once Arjuna finally has his so-called perfect world. Though either way, I guess that doesn't leave you much choice but to cooperate with him. Shut up! I'm so goddamn pissed I can't stand it. I'm mad at myself for being a slave to my anger, for forgetting myself cursed. I'm mad at how goddamn weak I am. So weak that I have to obey Arjuna, my mortal goddamn enemy, just to escape this endless pain. All I can do is just keep getting angrier and angrier. Aswataman is getting madder than we've ever seen him before. Be careful, Master. Whatever. I'll kick his ass. I'll kick his ass. I like how Tama would just put another curse on him. That's pretty funny.
浮気移り気で近く狐はまるっとお見通し
Kick him in the neck.
よけがさ上腕
And blow him to smithereens. Wow, that broke him already, huh?
バッチュールわら
Breaking me, shaking me, hate me, take me over. When the fighting stops, you will be alone. Did anyone else not expect that answer? You should know I go for waifu. Arjuna ain't no waifu.
魔境深淵の英知およそ私に殺せぬものなどない行くぞ優雅に決めましたも差しうがつ突きうがつグリボルコールタラティム
Jiggle physics still. Enhance the motorboat. Oh, wait a second. Oh, shit. I didn't take precaution for his NP. You know what? I'll just find out what it is. Waiver is there because he's extremely useful. You know, I think it's only fair that I should at least see what this Noble Phantasm was. Sorry, Skyhawk. I'm sorry. But we've got Bradamante. She's going to fuck you up too. Feel the wrath of divine booty. He's so cool. Have I ever used Hans? No. Hey, we get to see your butt again. Fuck yeah. You know, it's funny, it's not even her butt that I'm the most attracted to, it's her midriff. I love that. Hello, Ari-chan. What you doing? You still working?
Kind of, not really. I work yeah.
So,
well, I was thinking going shopping the Turner for tile stuff.
yeah, the tile stuff, the dish detergent,
Yeah.
maybe one more milk. Why does Bradamante scream so loud?
Because she's Bradamante.
That doesn't mean anything.
She gets to scream however loud she wants.
I don't know anything about this crypter stuff, but whatever they are, that one was still my master. Once he ordered me to leave Arjuna alone, I was able to hold back my urge to kill him. But once my master was no longer my master, once Arjuna slapped that curse on me like he was putting a collar on a stray dog, and then told me he was my new master, there was no way in hell I was gonna take that. I tried to kill him immediately after he cursed me. I tried to kill him in the span of a single breath, in the blink of a goddamn eye. But it did nothing. His incredible divine power stopped me, killed me, and brought me back to life. The curse ate away at my body, and I attacked him again. Over and over, I was stopped, killed, revived, and cursed. Stopped, killed, revived, cursed, stopped, killed, revived, cursed. I did get Bradamante. Every time he stopped me, I got angrier. Every time he killed me, I saw red. Every time he revived me, my fury grew. Every time he cursed me, I became still further enraged.
Rage.
Rage! Was I just buying time? No way. I wasn't nearly calm enough to think about drawing Arjuna's attention long enough to let my old master escape. Though I guess it ended up working out that way. It was all just desperate fury, all simply in vain. Until my spirit finally broke. Contorting bowels. Ooh. Rage.
God.
Every agony in the world, tearing myself apart.
Just
Decimating.
Sam.
Yeah. Decimating the ego. A single instant. Drool. Flickering consciousness. Purple, red, green, black, lost, vocal cords. Spirit origin violation. Existing, then not, then existing again. Poisonous thoughts. Defeat, pain, chills, hives, agony.
Jesus.
Fire! All on top one another. A terrible
This
curse.
should be like a medicine commercial.
How can I make this damn curse go away? What do I have to do to be free from it? Yay, Pepto-Bismol.
It's like, side effects may include hives, chills, rage.
Well, Ari-chan, she's my wife, not my girlfriend. She
I'm his ex-girlfriend.
technically, she has not been playing a lot of this event. Do you
I
even
played some
have
last
you seen
night.
Arjuna alter?
No. I know.
Well, I'm saying, have you seen him? Like he's all over the place. I'm just saying, have you even seen his character design?
Oh, seen his character design. No.
I mean, he's shirtless Arjuna. A lot of people like him. What do you think? That's what people are asking.
Well, shirtless Arjuna sounds fantastic.
Go Google him.
I don't have a phone. I'll use your phone.
Yeah, you can use my phone. If helping that goddamn god get the world he wants. I think that's funny. Goddamn god. I just went
Goddamn
straight to
god.
that. I didn't, that's not what it says, that's what I said. The world he wants is the only way for me to escape this damn curse. If this law far more merciful than death is the only way to go, then I will be rage. The moment I stop being angry is the moment I stop being me! So I decided I was going to stay angry all the damn time.
Holy shit. He's like Indian, like Fabio.
He is the, yeah.
I love it.
He's a divine burrito. He's like all sorts of different gods like bundled into one. That's why he's so powerful right now. Once I knew I couldn't kill that god beyond gods like this, no matter how angry I got, I instead chose to burn my own damn weakness with the fires of my rage until the very end. It was humiliating for me, along with idiotic, immature, and inferior. But even so, thanks to that, I knew I'd be able to stay angry until my last breath. I might have lost the bond with my true master, and been forced to submit to my most hated enemy. But at least in this, I still had my pride. This way, I would at least be able to remain myself right up until this defective, evil world disappeared. There he is. Then I'll be able to hit that smug, all-knowing, all-powerful god with one last shot. I'll show him that even with his perfect little plan to recreate everything as he sees fit, and then only what he deems essential, he could still stop being, he still couldn't stop me from being me. Is Ari-chan a hunter? I don't know what that term means. And no, I am not a whale.
Well, it depends on what denomination you determine to be a whale.
Okay, you know what?
Because we've definitely, like, whaled for certain servants.
That was a while ago. There's got to be a statute of limitations. Or an expiry to be like, yeah.
Okay, so we all spent like $100 one New Year's. I tried to get Merlin, but I got Tamonamae and Skaha.
I did not spend money on that.
What? No.
No, I did
You
not.
totally did. We both paid like $50.
Nope, I didn't. I went in for Musashi. She was my main goal. And then I used all the rest of my courts on Merlin and did not get him. No, but I did spend money on Mordred back in the day.
Dolphin. Do, 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 do. It's the song Crystal Dolphin.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite song.
Anyway, we are derailing. Let me see here.
I have a gift for that.
No, I'll show Ari-chan the shirtless Arjuna.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna show me, like, Mordred or something. I don't know. We do that.
We do that.
We open!
We open!
To like, fictional characters, at least.
Although I'll still...
Or at least be able to be like, oh, that person's hot.
I'll still shove pictures of Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles in your face.
Well, I mean, if you think it's relevant for me to see it.
Even if I don't.
That way, right when everything's about to end, I'll get to laugh in his stupid face. God damn it. Why is it... What? You saw this?
I did. Go away, spam. He already famous, mofo. It's on Twitch. People can't see.
Yeah, I don't know how to... Can I just... Oh, there you go. No wonder I couldn't fucking close that either. It is I, the MILF Hunter. What? You got Mama Zerker and Mama Lancer. Oh, good for you.
All of the hugs.
You really are an odd bird, aren't you? You actually chose to keep losing to Arjuna and his curse just so you could continue to be yourself. Exactly, and thanks to that, he's done for since there's no possible way to save him. Yes, I'm sure there isn't. This goddamn pisses me off. So what are you gonna do now, huh? You gonna tear me to shreds with that sword of evil's bane? Sounds great. Do it. Come on, do it.
Come on.
Hey, come on. Even if I did tear you to shreds, your body would simply regenerate. I suspect it's your connection to Arjuna's nigh infinite supply of magical energy that forces it to do so. Then, once your body is cursed again, it is subjected to endless torment for all of eternity. But, fortunately for you, I know of a way to do something about that curse. What'd you just say? Rama! Attaboy! Hey, you were supposed to gaze at me in awe and admiration there. What are you? Don't pat my head. I'm a king. I deserve far more respect than that.
Oh, a head pat is respect, buddy.
Huh. Well, head pats were good enough for Ushi. What's your problem? You and your damn nonsense are pissing me off. What the hell can you even do about this curse? This
chair?
This curse. This is quite something, isn't it? That's a new illustration of Rama, isn't it? It looks slightly different.
He looks a little sick.
Whoa! What did you just do? Don't tell me you... Huh? Krishna and I are both avatars of Vishnu, basically beings of the same nature. So if your curse comes from Krishna's power, I should be more than capable of affecting it. While I can't completely destroy it, of course, I can at least transfer it to your body from mine. From your body to mine. What do I think about Lakshmi Bai then? She's cute, but I don't need her. Not when there's Musashi on the way. Musashi and Okita. And then Space Ishtar after that. So.
And this year is...
Who are you waiting for? What? What? Tell me anything. Any detail.
How long have we had nuptials?
What? Is that a word?
Nuptials. Nuptials.
What the fuck are you saying?
Someone asked how long we did.
Nuptials? What the... Nuptials?
Nuptials!
Where did you read that?
No, I made it. Well, I ejected the word because it's a funny word.
God, that's weird. How long? What is it, 7 years now?
You think?
That was the idea, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Since 2014.
Yeah.
Ow! I am an invincible king. I'm not about to complain about the pain from a little curse like this. If you thought you just heard otherwise, then I suggest you have your ears checked. You're out of your mind! Ugh, I can't stand that sort of simpering, self-sacrificing nonsense. If you subject me to any more of this, I'm going to start demanding compensation. Whoa, what the hell? Are you stupid or something? Damn it, this pisses me off. I'm still just as angry as ever. If I don't have to worry about being held hostage to my damn curse anymore, if there's nothing holding me back... Arjuna was always my mortal enemy, even before he made himself into some kind of god. There's no way in hell I'm not gonna revolt against him. Huh? Well, what's the damn point of me being free of my curse if you just end up being cursed in my place? All you're doing is gaining one guy and losing another. It's simple math, damn it. You frickin' piss me off. Don't be ridiculous. Of course I've thought of that. As an avatar of Vishnu, Krishna's curse shouldn't affect me as much as it affected you. Let's say it brings me down to half my normal strength. But in exchange for that strength, we get Aswataman, the hero of the Kauravas. A man who is not only an exceptionally skilled warrior, but a tactician clever enough to serve as a commander-in-chief. That is to say, you are a servant who can fulfill more than just one role. So while we may have lost half a warrior, we effectively gained 2 to make up for it. That's a net gain of 1.5 warriors.
Math.
He's stalking over me now. This guy's servant, right? This guy's your servant, right? Does that mean I should be angry at you? Go easy on me, please!
Go easy on me, bro.
At any rate, can I please ask you something just to be sure, Aswataman? Now that you're not cursed anymore, you no longer have a reason to obey Arjuna. So does that mean you're willing to help us now? What'd you go and ask that for? You went and reminded me of how completely pathetic I've been. I never expected Rama to take on the curse himself, but the benefits of this trade-off may well outweigh the drawbacks. Having Arjuna's last Lokapala come over to our side would be quite the boon indeed. What's that look supposed to mean, ex-master? If you want to laugh at me, go ahead. It'll give me another reason to be angry. Oh, it's not that. I was just thinking how you really are just as you appear through my... Oh, interesting. My Tashinsu. You wear your heart on your sleeve, so to speak. So that thing rooted deep inside you is anger. That's what drove you to the Pandavas in the middle of the night. Hey, I just have to ask, haven't you ever wished you could just let all of your anger go? Why? Because it's the whole reason I ended up like this? Yeah, I know my anger is what ended up getting me cursed by Krishna while I was alive. But you might eventually be able to let go of it if you'd stayed with Arjuna, right? I doubt he'd want any defective emotions in his perfect world, after all. Aha, now I get it. You think I regret giving up that chance to get rid of this anger, don't you? Don't be an idiot. Why the hell would I ever regret that? It's true, Da Vinci. You've got it backwards. Anger is everything to him right now. In fact, I think he made sure his anger would be the one part of him to stick around by constantly proving that he was useful with it. They were only master and servant for a short time, and they're absolutely nothing alike. And yet, in spite of that, Pepe and Aswataman seem to really click. Maybe this is what they call chemistry? Yeah, right now, anger and me are one and the same. It was the one way I had to avenge my father and friend's humiliation. If we were back in Yuga Kshetra, when the war was still going on, and they'd be Jesus Christ. If we were back in Yuga Kshetra, when the war was still going on, and they'd been humiliated again, I'd do the same damn thing without hesitating, every time. I'd have used my anger as a weapon to avenge my father and friend, even if I ended up cursed every damn time. Got it. I knew you were awkward and simple-minded, but I also know that's why I can trust you. Okay then, why don't we find somewhere we can relax and figure out our next course of action? You're a tactician too, right? Can't wait to see what you come up with. Alright, let's... You look like an old man who just threw out his back. I'm fine, you hear me? My body just, hasn't quite adjusted to this curse yet. Just give me a moment. I'll be up and about in no time. You know, we don't have time to wait around. Guess I'll just have to give you a piggyback ride. Alright, this is degrading, but I do get the feeling I've had something similar happen to me before. Yup. Perhaps it is just part of my destiny to suffer piggyback rides now and then. will you be sad if you don't get Space Ishtar? And what do you rate her at then from 1 to 10? Well, I put her in my top tier in my waifu tier list, so... Space Ishtar, I'm gonna be very sad. I've been saving up my quartzes. See, like, let me see here. Summon! How many quartz do I got now? 554. Not bad. Not bad at all. What's the summon info for today? What is it? 6, 7? Yeah. Oh, is this not a rotating banner? Or did I pass it? That's weird. Frickin' Ganesha is a higher star tier than Lakshmi Bai. Curses. I don't believe it. I don't accept it. And none of that is, like, paid quartz. I've just been saving. Oh god, this is gonna be a long chapter. Long chapter. Well, thank you, Archangel Glenn. What the fuck is happening? Oh, Arjuna be pissed, yo! He's cheating! He's cheating! What the fuck just happened? Oh my gosh. Something wrong, Holmes? No, it's nothing. For a moment, it seemed as though there was something off about the surrounding area. Hopefully it was nothing more than a momentary sensor malfunction. Are you saying that there's people who, like, are attracted to Jinako? Because, to me, it's the exact opposite. Like, I'd burn her if I got her in a free roll. Hopefully it was nothing more than a momentary sensor malfunction. So you thought to use people's faith to tear Arjuna down from his divine throne, huh? Unfortunately, it didn't work. I never thought even the false god would be so heartless as to cast away every person who lost their faith in him. I should have known better than that. I tended to hope for even as much as that from him. Honestly, we're kind of stumped right now. I don't suppose you have any good ideas? You're on the right track. Taking away Arjuna's god status is almost certainly the only way we'll be able to beat him. But... I know, damn it. Obviously, we can't count on the people of this world to help with that anymore. So then our only choice is to use something else, assuming we can anyway. Is there something else we can use? Damn it. I really didn't want to bring this up since it's a big whole all-or-nothing deal, and that pisses me the hell off. If we mess it up, we'll all be dead and gone. And even if it works, it still only give us a tiny chance of coming out on top. You still want to hear it? Like you said, we don't have any other choice. Right. Please tell us, Aswataman. Whatever it is, we're ready to hear it. Now, you're talking about Asclepius. I'm talking about Jinako. The biggest factor in Arjuna remaining a god and in the control of this world is that he's the one advancing the Yuga cycle. The obvious idea that anyone capable of destroying and recreating the world would have to be a god only reinforces his position as one. So as long as he keeps the Yuga cycle going, he's pretty much a perfect god. Makes sense, I mean, you'd have to be the one hell of a god to remake the whole damn world. Oh crap, that sort of thinking's part of the problem, isn't it? Damn it! But if we look at it another way, that advantage is also a weakness. If we can defy that world remaking, even just a tiny bit, then he won't be a perfect god any longer. I see. Since remaking the world is such a massive undertaking, Even the tiniest flaw would have a big impact. Like how a single scratch in a large precious gem makes its value plummet. But how would we actually do that? And that's the problem. We can't take the safe or easy way out with something like this. We'd have to face Arjuna's world destroying Noble Phantasm head-on. Refuse to disappear and continue our existence as continuous entities. Once we've done that, we'll have proven his fallibility and really messed up the idea of him as some perfect god. Are you serious? You want us to face that terrifying Noble Phantasm head-on? I thought you were an actual tactician, not an armchair general, you fool. It doesn't matter how plausible something is if it can't actually be done. Shut up, damn it. You think I don't know that? That's why I'm saying if we could pull it off. So that's the plan, an almost suicidal battle of endurance, where one wrong move means you're gone for good. How about it? Anyone here think they can pull it off? Because the US presidents are lame, that's why. Then again, I'm very unpatriotic. There are benefits, of course, but I don't exactly feel represented by jack shit. I think back on this world. Doggo! Here, anything its god deems useless, defective, or unnecessary gets erased as though it never existed. And yet, I'm still here. How weird is that? Me, a hopeless, unemployed shut-in who's only good at video games. A divine spirit servant in name only who just happened to end up with godly power by some freakish twist of fate. There's no way Arjuna wouldn't hesitate to write someone like me off as worthless. "15 tries, man. Wow. I should have been the first to go. I'm just a spectator, an uninvited guest who's only here by coincidence. At least that's what I thought. But you know, even I can't deny that someone knew what I was, and said they needed my help anyway. I can't let the hero who placed his trust in me down, so I'll do it. Or at least I'll try. I think back on this world. Here, anything its god deems useless, defective, or unnecessary, it's erased as though it never existed. I get it. And what could be more useless or unnecessary than a goddess of bad luck and misfortune? That said, I'm sure this one wish of mine can still be granted. No matter how despicable the role given to me may be, or how defectively unlucky I may have been born, there shouldn't be anything wrong with praying for my family's happiness. No matter what anyone else says about you, I'll always be your friend. Kind, Lakshmi. Luck hasn't always been on my side either, like when I failed to defend my country, but that's exactly why I want you to trust me. This time I won't let anything happen to the ones I care about. I'm going to make sure your wish to free Lakshmi from that awful false god comes true. That wish may not be anything so large as a country. It's easily small enough to fit into your hand. Which is why I'll make sure to hold on to it tightly. I won't let it slip out of my hand for anything. Not for the world, and not for its god. I'll do it too. I'm sure I can. You guys. But even Karna couldn't withstand that noble phantasm for long. Don't you think it's too risky? Not gonna lie, if we were gaming, this would be like hardcore mode on nightmare difficulty setting. Not pretty, but it's our only shot. Besides, I think I've got a decent shot at winning. I mean, we're talking pure endurance, not reflexes, right? If I do a bit of min-maxing, I think I can optimize my build just enough to survive. Not to mention that I've... Ganesha's seen that noble phantasm a couple of times now. Basically, all I've got to do is sit still and keep camping until it's over, right? I can do that sort of thing in my sleep. I know, because I have before, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Just you wait, I'm gonna come up with a foolproof strategy before the game starts, and show you all what a NEET is truly capable of. That's the difference between me and Karna, between me and a true hero who faces adversity head-on. Of course, speaking as someone who never asked to be entrusted with all this responsibility, I figure I need to at least try to live up to it, or I'll never be able to look him in the eye, you know? As for me, I think my purpose lies in protecting others. While I've thus far had to use my noble phantasm to defeat my enemies, it's meant to be used defensively. This seems like a perfect opportunity to do just that. Of course, I will do my best to tamp down my bad luck and prevent any unfortunate accidents. But if you cannot help but worry, I will understand. I'm sure you would rather remove any uncertain elements when carrying out your... Whoa, are you kidding me? I'm pretty much counting on your help out there. Honestly, I was just a bit nervous about doing this on my own, but if you're there with me, I think I've got a real shot. Just to make sure you guys do have a plan for making this happen, right? What, you don't believe me? Well, I guess I can't blame you. Basically, I'll be using my secondary noble phantasm. As I said before, I'm thinking of applying a Lakshmi's power to my true noble phantasm. I see. There are definite risks with that plan, but there is at least a chance it may succeed. You mad about something else now? I'll say, how the hell do you actually come up with a plan to pull this off? Now I've got to explain the rest, damn it. Is there something else we need? Oh, were you really planning on withstanding Arjuna's world remaking cataclysm like it was just a bad storm? Because you can't. If Arjuna doesn't realize something's not right at first, the jester next to him will. Yes, I'm sure he will. That's why he's here, after all. Then what can we do? If you're gonna evade Arjuna's eye when he looks over the entire world, he'll need to think you belong here. He's gotta take you for granted so much that he'd never even think about questioning your presence. In other words... Alright, here's the last part of the plan. I'm gonna send you two back in time.
Oh!
Really now? Okay.
Oakley dokley.
Is something wrong? It is a trivial matter, but... Aswataman has escaped his curses. Sorry, his curse. What? That is more than a little troubling. I expect it won't be long before he rebels against you. Say, I have an idea. Why not try using your master authority to just make him destroy himself? That would be trivial, but the Kali Yuga is near, as is the end of the great Kali Yuga. I see. So you would prefer not to waste your energy on a single servant, then? Yes, you do have a point, especially given the current situation. The world is nearing its limit. The reconstruction it underwent during the last Kali Yuga has brought it to its breaking point. And that means... the world will... the world will end... reach perfection in the very next cycle. I'm sure you will need every bit of power you have to bring that about, so it makes perfect sense that you wouldn't want to waste any on him. I don't know how to beat Arjuna. I haven't had to fight him yet. However, I must remind you that Aswataman is like a demigod and holds the power of Shiva and Yama within. While he may be no match for you in your absolute divine power, he could still cause trouble for you if you do nothing to stop him from joining up with the observatory survivors. Surely you don't wish for anything to go wrong during your momentous great Kali Yuga, do you? Very well. I will send sacred beasts after him. Send every last one that breathes in this land. An excellent idea. I believe that will certainly be for the best. You ready yet? If not, hurry it up already. We don't have all day here. I really wish you'd stop getting angry every time you talk to me. It's a little tough for negative types like me to deal with. The hell you just say? Sorry about that. That's just how I am. That doesn't make me feel better at all. All that's left for us to do now is start concentrating. Although, are you sure you want to do this here? I was wondering the same thing. I thought you'd want to go somewhere a little more, magecraft friendly. It doesn't matter where we do this. Not even when these two are about to travel through time. I still can't quite believe this is happening. Though I suppose it isn't all that dissimilar from ray shifting. I'm afraid I must disagree. Ray shifting is pure engineering built on spiritron theory. What we are attempting to do here is a once-in-a-lifetime feat that relies on a series of coincidences. Simply put, a miracle. A miracle only made possible by the anomalous nature of this Lostbelt, rather than the regular Earth. And the fact that its inner time and space have grown unstable, thanks to Arjuna repeatedly destroying it. Even then, it still requires us to make full use of the power of Shiva, the ruler of time. One might say it is the exploit to end all exploits, and needless to say, we can only employ it once. Which, of course, is why I would like to ensure you are all as thoroughly prepared as possible. If Arjuna ever realizes you two aren't completely of this world, it's over. So you gotta become part of it, something no one would ever think to question, like the sun or the sky. And while you're doing that, you'll have to endure his world-ending cataclysms right up to the present day. When your efforts to prove his fallibility will finally have meaning. That's the only kind of poison that'll weaken him enough for us to defeat him. Much as it pisses me off to say this, it's basically a way to curse him. Okay, so I gotta ask, how long do we have to do this? From the point when Arjuna first started ruling the world like the way he is now. Well, like this, all the way to now. I won't know how long that is until we do it, but I'm guessing it'll be thousands of years, if not longer. Oh shit.
Woo!
Are you sure you're sure about this? Jeez, what is this, the millionth time you've asked? I keep telling you I'll be fine. I can understand how they feel. I still have my doubts as well. After all, the role you agreed to take on comes with a far greater mental burden than mine. My task will simply be to provide you with power. You're the one who will be using it to maintain the spell and your noble phantasm. You'll have to stay awake the entire time, without letting your mind rest, or retreating into an inorganic state. You're going to have to maintain uninterrupted consciousness for thousands of years. So long a time could drive even a god to madness. Are you absolutely certain you can handle this? Ha ha ha! Do you even know who it is you're talking to? I'm a professional shut-in. I am the queen, no the empress of Neat. Plus you throw in my mysterious divine powers. I summon some video games and other goodies, and this'll be a cakewalk. Like a staycation. Hell, this is the perfect time to come 100%. This is the perfect time to 100% a few thousand-hour games I've had my eye on for a while. Senpai, I know Ganesha is treating this lightly, but she must be more worried than she's letting on. I'm sure she's trying to be brave so as to not worry us. We are asking a lot of her. Hey, don't you know better than to whisper about someone right in front of them? Neats are really sensitive, you know. I'm telling you, I'll be fine, really. Besides, Aswataman told us all about some top-secret info. So there shouldn't be any problem keeping our That was only if you two make it back here safely. And if everything goes well, damn it. Just focus on what you have to do. Just focus on what you're about to freaking do. Ugh. Ah, didn't I just ask you not to get so angry with me? Actually, I think I know now why it's especially hard for me to get near you. You reek of Ganesha's old man, Shiva. It reminds me of the uncle who always scared me. I wish you'd at least learn to use your inside voice. This won't be an easy job for you either. It'll be like swimming against the current. Are you worried about me? Don't be. I'm used to enduring strenuous conditions. Truly, that's the only way we gorillas know how to fight. I know, that's why I... Look, just hurry up and let me know when you're ready. I'm not gonna rush you, but the sooner we do this, the better. Arjuna's still my master right now. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he knew I wasn't cursed anymore. And the only thing I'm really concerned about is him trying to... I'm afraid your concern is well-founded. There are sacred beasts headed your way from all directions. Holy hell! There's so many of them! Is this all of them? I've never seen this many before. Now what? Should we try again later, or... We can't be certain that the situation won't worsen further. We should take care of what we need to do before the sacred beasts can reach us. Do you really think we have enough time? They're headed here awfully quick. I'll make sure we have enough time. I have nothing left to hide, so I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to pour all of my magical energy into my noble phantasm. Now that I've made full use of Lakshmi's power, there should be another unavoidable reaction besides bad luck. I'm going to bring that reaction about intentionally. At this point, I should be able to control it somewhat. Now there's a group of Kali headed your way too. There it is. I summoned them. You did what? Aha! Now I get it. I knew I was forgetting something important. Lakshmi is said to be Kali the demon's second wife. I don't know about that, nor can I ask her, but I do sense a connection between the Kali and the goddess inside me. Remember when the giant Kali formed and beat you? I think that was the consequence of using my goddess power in the fight against William Tell. That's why the Kali were so frenzied back then. I form a connection to them whenever I make full use of Lakshmi's power. Though I'll admit, I didn't realize this myself until I saw that giant Kali. If I'd only realized it sooner, we may have been able to lessen the damage they did to Bichu. Does that mean you can control them, or give them instructions? I doubt it. The best I can do is point them in a given direction. Okay, Founding Titan. But I will try and command them to hold back the sacred beasts as best as I can. Come, Ganesha! Aswataman, we have work to do! I was hoping for a little more time to, mentally prepare, but I guess that's not happening. Oh man, I really wanted to do this in a more relaxing environment. We'll just have to play the hand we're dealt. Listen up, this is a big job, even for me. It's gonna take time to focus, and as much as it pisses me off, I won't be able to move while I'm doing it. Don't worry, a few hundred sacred beasts is nothing for a man of my ability. Are you okay? Not to worry, a curse like this just makes for a fairer fight. Or so I was hoping, but I'm afraid things may be more dire than I thought. Ganesha and Lakshmi are preparing for their endurance spell, and Aswataman is getting ready to send them back in time. The only ones here who can fight me are saddled with this curse, and Mashu, Peperoncino, I don't suppose. This should really go without saying, but I'm just a human mage. Don't expect any more from me than that. The Ortnax's systems are all green. I won't have any issues using it. That said, we are very, very seriously outnumbered. It'll be difficult to defend against them, let alone drive them away. Master, look out! What class do you think David's Grand Servant class is? I have no fucking clue. I don't know. I can't comment. She stopped the sacred beasts attacking us from above. You just saved me. Does that mean you'll help us? Absolutely not. I'm only repaying my debt. Don't mistake this for anything other than that. I will never help humans. I will never accept them, or love them, or forgive them. The only thing I will do is repay any debt I may owe. That is the only reason I'm doing this. Though, of course, I trust it goes without saying that I can't possibly take care of all these beasts myself. We know that. I'll handle any hostilities that manage to get past Lakshmi... Sorry. That manage to get past Lakshmi's Kali and evade your shots. There's no need to wipe them all out. We just have to buy enough time for... Stop it, Rami. You can't push yourself too hard. Okay, Sarah, this is it. Let's try to buy them as much time as we can. Okie dokie. Looks like we're gonna be fighting a lot of them. Let's get my double wave set up. We'll get Nartoria. Put you in the back. We'll make you an Itokris. Make you, I don't know, Mordred. Why the fuck not? Alright, let's try this out. I know, I don't have any point in speculating something that Nasu can pull out of his ass at any given second. I'm more interested in what is already existing in Fate than what could be. That's all. $40 of them, huh? Should you level Mashu up or not? I think you should. There's no real danger in it. Yeah, they are pulling a Steins Gate here, aren't they? Wait a second. Who just shot? I didn't realize I was actually getting support. Oh well. Of course it missed. God damn it. Damn it. That actually really sucked. That didn't help me at all. The good thing about Mashu is she costs 0, so it really helps to have somebody in your party that can do some pretty amazing sacrificial stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot Vitch knows how to use a fucking rifle, man. Stop barfing on him, man. What's your favorite Lost Belt / Singularity so far? I really did like Shinjuku quite a bit. It's a survival match. I could easily take down all 40 of them, though. She's gonna become your friend after you kill her? What? Mordred, I love you. Aww, I didn't even kill half of them. Lame. I guess there's only so much we can do, even if it's just to buy time. We're all doing our best, but there's just not enough of us. Unfortunately, there's nobody else who can help us now, and there's nothing more we can do on our own. Well, that's not entirely true. Huh? Obviously, we can't increase our numbers or anything, but we might still be able to pull this off if we change it how we if we change how we go about it a little. Pretty sure we're giving it our all already. No, I don't mean that. See, there's someone here who's starting to play it cool, even in this situation. A real dummy who has yet to put all their cards on the table. I'm the dummy, it's me. Oh! I wasn't planning to do this in front of you and Mashi, Sarah. Maybe that's because I'm still technically your prisoner, and I thought it'd be better if I didn't do anything that'd make you more suspicious of me. But now that I think about it, I don't really mind if you know. And if it'll mean we make it out of here alive, I don't see any reason to hesitate. What are you talking about? Killing. Huh? Step in with Jin Sokotsu. Use Tashinsu to read how it's going to act and... Whoop-ah! These things might not be ordinary creatures, but it's not like they keep their brains in their stomachs or have organs made of diamond, right? As long as their bodies follow mostly the same rules as ours, I can apply the knowledge I already have and probably manage somehow. From there, all I have to do is destroy their vital organs, and they'll die just like any other creature. That's not to say I like doing this sort of thing. It's just awful on my cuticles. And it's not even any fun. That said, I can't really say I hate doing it. I guess that's not great either, huh? I suppose I can't judge Beryl after all. Not when I'm doing the same thing as him. Aw, it hurts me to see you look so upset, Mashi. Oh well, not going back now, especially when we're still severely outnumbered. Come on, guys, let's keep it up. We don't have time to be slacking off.
Sorry guys, he's still there, commandeering him for a shopping list.
I think that's it.
Yay!
I don't know. We haven't seen much of Rin and Luvia. Or much of how he actually fights yet.
ま、こうなるのよ結局は。じゃあ殺しちゃいましょう。
物騒な話。うまくいくといいのだ。夢任せて。すべては夢。
Die, all of you.
これが名残の花。
Except for me, because I'm a cheater. Way out! Why?
どう？
I didn't expect this! No!
You know, I want a Nito Crease plushie. I don't know if they'll ever make that, but I would like that.
気が合いますね。 屍の鏡、暗黒の
Or maybe a Nito Crease body pill, because you can hug that too.
暗空ねぶた自然。
Die, Shike. Ooh, Shike, Shike. Don't go too crazy buying anything you don't actually need it. Only if you follow Emiya's instructions.
I'm trying to get an idea.
We'll go look it up. It's in the
I'm
game.
looking up what kind of
Oh no, stay away from the power strip, you crazy kitty kitty. I
Need
don't.
like a case for that thing. It's like
空が
power
明ける
strip cover or something.
気が合い
You
ます
animals.
直視両義の狭間に消えなさい不敬者落とすお
Oh
望みと
gosh, you guys are overwhelming me. You cute little animals.
We love you so much.
屍の鏡暗黒の鍵飛び出た恐怖の矛アンプーネブタチュゼン不敬者ホルアクティ
Major kudos to anybody who can find the link to the roll cake recipe from Emiya's.
No, pull up the game, baby. Pull up the game. Just turn on the game and go get to it. You should wanna.
Well, I want to, but I don't. I mean, I'm coming. I don't want to move.
物騒な話うまくいくといいんだけど夢の終わり仕方ありませんね
Well, it's that time.
すべては夢とこれが名残の花よ
仰せのと
気が合いますねお望みとあらば出ませ
だだ
出ませ
ではつまらん
ええお望みとあらば
計略だ
Alpha's magic's gonna be a little above your head, probably. She, like, pretty much destroys the world with it. No! I wanted to finish them all off, kind of. Well, no, I don't. I got a limited time in my life, and that's just busy work. I could do it, but... Whatevs. Whatevs, whatevs. There isn't a single wasted motion in his combat style. Pepe, he's obviously very proficient in it. I've seen other styles like it before. His movements and methodology are straight out of Assassin Emiya and Emiya Alter's playbook. You've been holding out on us, Pepperoncino. Well, of course I was. Beautiful people like myself don't reveal all on the first date. Beauty. I'm not sure what beauty has to do with this, but at any rate, I'm glad to see you can fight. But of course. True beauty is freedom, after all. There's nothing those of us with beautiful bodies can't do. If I told you you had a beautiful body too, Rami, would you hold it against me? I only do that with Sita! Aw, you're no fun. But I guess you're right. We do still have more sacred beasts to deal with. I'm like playing this on challenge mode because I've got this cute little cat who's just desperately trying to rub up against all the power strips and plugs and cables.
Which is not a good thing for him.
So, as I'm petting him and giving him attention and playing the game all at the same time, I gotta multitask. There you go, boy. There you go. Go up into your window fortress and scratch the shit out of the window. Not the window, the cardboard. Hang in there, people. Aswataman and the others should be done soon. For now, the dance continues. Don't tell me you're gonna make me do it again. Are we still not done? This is getting really old. There's no end to them. It's as though every sacred beast in the world is coming after us. We haven't heard any status reports from the border for a while now either. I can't tell if we're making progress or going in circles. You know, there can't be nearly as many sacred beasts in this world as there were the fucking demonic beasts in Babylonia. Because that required entire fucking armies to even try to repel them. But either way, it doesn't matter. We've just got to keep doing what we can, as best we can. Burn, burn. I've got to burn myself, my anger for fuel. We'll never get Arjuna to drop his guard again. This is our only chance. This world space-time is coming apart at the seams thanks to Arjuna breaking and remaking it over and over. But it's that instability that'll let us break the rules and send someone back in time, even if we only get one shot. First, I've got to awaken... Mahakala, the manifestation of Shiva inside me that can control time itself. I know there are no armies in the Lostbelt, which, to me, like, if you're talking realistically, if there were as many demon beasts, if there was many sacred beasts attacking us right now as there were demon beasts, we would have died a long time ago. They were a hell of a lot more servants then, and even they couldn't hold back all the freaking beasts. You gotta go to the receiver and HDMI 3. Next, I'm gonna need a metric fuck-ton of magical energy. And fortunately, I know just where to get it. Since that bastard Arjuna is still my master, I'm not gonna be shy about grabbing up some of that endless magical energy for myself. That's part of controlling servants, master. If they need more magical energy, it's your job to fork it over. Huh? Of course you'll figure out what I'm up to soon enough. That's why we only get this one shot. Gotta make sure everything's in place before you can mess it up. What's taking you guys so long? Hurry it up already, damn it! I am a guardian. I protect countries, people, hopes, dreams. That is why I'm here. That is why I exist. As a queen, I may have failed to protect my country, and I may have lacked the skill needed to help my people's rebellion succeed. But I think that's why I was called here, as though I were some sort of hero. I think this world is giving me another chance to get it right. It's challenging me to protect the things I couldn't protect before. Very well, challenge accepted. I am Lakshmi Bai, the Rani of Yanzi. To those kind failures lending me your strength, Lakshmi, the goddess of misfortune, and I promise you this. We will not let one more thing be cruelly and unjustly be taken from us. This time we will protect everything. God, I wish there was some degree of like a guide to learn how to pronounce this shit. Nahi dongi! I don't know, it's my guess. It's my guess. Are you seeing this, Karna? In the end, this is what it all comes down to. I'm gonna be true to myself. Obstinate pessimism and all. Since there aren't many things I'm good at, I want to at least be decent at the things I'm used to. once in a very different time and place. You believed in me completely, even though you knew I wasn't special. So now, even though I'm scared, I've got to act like what I'm about to do is no big deal, just like I usually do. Besides, I'm not running away from everything this time. I'm just waiting for someone to come and get me. Hey Ganesha, I'm sorry you drew the short straw getting me as a vessel. But you knew what you were in for, right? I sure hope so, seeing as you picked the world's biggest NEET and all. Ganesha's the god of prosperity, the god of knowledge, and the god of obstacles, especially removing them. And what are obstacles? Obstructions, things that try to hold us back or stop us from getting where we want to, where we need to go. I've always been keenly aware of obstacles. I feel like I've been surrounded by them my whole life. So for me, treating the entire outside world like one giant obstacle is as easy as pie. Alright, it's time to gather up that power and solidify it to protect me in my own little world. It's time to make a nice, comfy, neat cave. Sorry. Oh, I see. It's time to make a nice, comfy, neat cave to last me a good, long time. A completely impenetrable domain that not even a god could hope to pry open. Ganesha Vignesvara. Wait, I can sense their noble phantasms. Aswataman! Alright, you guys better hang in there. I'm gonna be mad as shit if you give up before you're done. But hey, don't worry. Sure, you'll be gone a long time, but we'll see you again real soon. Mahakala Shakti! Bye-bye! They're gone. Are you sure it worked, Aswataman? Huh. What, are you trying to piss me off? Look up, dummy, and see for yourself. They did it. All we've got to do now is pick our heroes up and congratulate them on a long-ass job well done. Are you alright, Aswataman? I thought I still had your curse. It's not the curse, damn it. It's because I used too much power to mess with time. But don't worry about that now. Right, I finally understand now, and I know just where we need to go to pick them up. There's just one more problem. Now that Lakshmi's not here, the Kali aren't helping us anymore. This is way more trouble than I expected. Alright, fine. I'll just consider everything around us an enemy then. Let's find a spot where we can break through them. Right, there are still a huge number of hostiles, but I know how we can get past them. The Ortnax has accumulated some strain, but it still hasn't reached its limit. There should be no issue using it in combat. Moving forward, please make sure to stay right behind me, Master. Okily dokily. Bum 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 bum. Well, I already have an ideal setup for this shite. At least I think I do. Ah.
戦闘なるべくは避けたい行為仕方あるまい
物騒な話うまくいくといいんだけど切り込む任せて
Well, fuck you, man. No, I'll take it. I wish they would shoot before so I could at least make strategic decisions around it.
これが名残の花です 我が身はホルスなりしファラオなるかわいいし仕方ありませんね屍の鏡
Well, I know one way is you can go to story mode and choose the roll cake and go to the part where it shows you. Hold on.
What?
Ah, shit. No! God, that cable is such a weak little... What? No, that's not the problem. I need to just do it on your screen. You brought the Switch today.
Isn't it?
Okay, no story. No. Zoom out.
Oh. Whoops.
Now you can pick the roll cake.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter who, it's the same recipe. Sorry, Ari-chan is using the fake cooking game to look up their specific recipe on how to make a roll cake, which is kind of cool. Just take screenshots of it or something. You didn't die? You little bitch.
つまらん。
仕方ありませんね。
Or you could just do that. At least I got my 20% boost still. I'd like to see Koyanskaya sitting there with a fucking rifle going. She has a low success rate with this shit. That would be a nice format for YT cooking the food from the game. That is true. That is true, except I ain't no chef. If Ari-chan wanted to try to do that, we could try it. Making the food on a YouTube. Of course, it would be a standalone video. I'd edit it down.
I am the Mahanaga! Wah!
Well, if that's going to be the case, I'm going to switch you out for, What? I don't know what you're talking about. Come here again. Can't you reverse engineer it based on how much they're telling you to use?
Not really, because it's pretty exact.
Show me. Show me, Goomba.
I mean, it tells eggs, but it doesn't say 1, 2, 3, or 4, because chiffon cakes can have all kinds of different ratios and consistencies, and I'm not that good of a baker to do that.
Did you scroll through the whole thing?
Yeah. It tells you what to do, but it doesn't tell you how much. I mean, I can tell, you know, it's got fruit in it. You know, I can put in, yeah, like kiwis, strawberries, banana. Well, I'm adding banana because I want banana. Whipped cream, like, mangoes. I could use another recipe though.
There's gotta be something more to this.
災難だったと諦めな。
I was disappointed too.
Get me back to the main menu, please.
Main menu?
Yeah, get me to the main menu of the game.
Okay. Oh, is there a key?
KB, go ahead and just give me the numbers. I'm sure you know what I mean.
The numbers.
Do you get it?
Yeah, of course.
So you didn't even know what we were talking about.
I just know when you mention numbers.
That's funny. You're funny.
I'm your wife, fool.
There's just too many. Ah, if I can only use my body like normal. Ah, crap. Is that? He must have finally figured out something was up. Guess there's no surprise since we were messing with time itself. Okay, give me a moment. Recipe.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sipping Rocky. Hey!
There you go. Yes, there's a more in-depth recipe in the menu of the game rather than at the actual story part.
So are all these fruits? Ah! Go back.
Heck up. What are you talking about?
Are all the fruits okay? You like all the fruits?
I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
You like the fruits?
Have fun.
Okay.
What's wrong, Aswataman? Arjun is on his way here. Based on how fast Vimana is approaching, we don't have much time. I'm sure we don't, but these things just keep coming no matter how many we kill. Forget going to pick them up. At this rate, we won't even be able to get through all these sacred beasts and Kali. It looks like your plan won't work after all. Your idea of making a perfect god fundamentally flawed from the start was so wonderful it made my ears stand on end. But it seems you were just two steps short of seeing it through. We can't break through all these hostiles, and after we've come all this way. Damn it, isn't there anything we can do? Anything? No, we're not giving up yet.
Shadow border!
We arrived in time. The border? What? Ow! We can talk later. Hurry up and get in already. Sorry to worry you. We couldn't even spare the resources to tell you we were on the... We couldn't even spare the resources to tell you we were on our way at top speed. Wait, what are you doing in the middle of this Lostbelt anyway? Isn't it dangerous for you to be here? Oh, believe me, I told them over and over, in no uncertain terms, how bad of an idea this was. The zero sale is our lifeline. Even a little damage to the border would make it impossible for us to evade the next cataclysm. Needless to say, we were risking everything to come here, but... So many Kali and sacred beasts are up ahead of us. This is the worst S-curve I've ever had to drive through. I can't believe they're making me drift in a 12-wheeler. Deja vu! Well, what do you know? I actually did it. Surprised? I am too. Go on then, all of you hurry up and strap in. This ride isn't going to get any smoother. We don't want you to get hurt if we run into anything. If you die, Sarah, that's the end of everything. There's no point in keeping the border out of harm's way if there's no one around to drive it. A pit crew certainly can't compete in a race on their own, after all. I think you finally started talking to yourself, Chubby. But who cares? You actually pulled it off. I still can't believe we got there in time. I had my doubts about him driving the border manually, but I guess machines really do require an analog touch. Who is better, Sherlock or Jean? I like Jean, but Sherlock's cool. Running in the 90s, it's a new way I like to be. I'm just running in the 90s. Come on, baby, run to me. Can't tell I like Initial D. Wait, hang on. Why does it look like he's holding the wheel? This isn't normal, believe me. See, we were thinking about what we could do to get you guys out as fast as possible. And we decided the best way to do that would be to share the load. Munier and I focused on controlling the engine and making sure all the boarder's power went to keeping it at top speed. And Gordy's job was to focus on the actual driving. I swear, I don't even know when he installed the extension system that let us split our jobs up like that. I didn't have anything better to do, and I thought it'd be useful. Get this, Sarah. It turns out our director is actually a pretty badass driver. Ha! Well, I couldn't let the detective keep the top score on the simulator's highest difficulty course forever. In fact, I finally beat his record just the other day. How do you like them apples? Quietly applauds while smiling wryly. Well, I do prefer on-road. I've driven more than my fair share of off-road as well. As they say, the phoenix shines brightest when things are at their worst. Ah, move! Move! Get out of the way! Pfft, just ran over one of the sacred beasts! His concentration is incredible. He's right between sacred beasts and Kali alike. Huh, that's some good anger you've got there, big guy. I like how you let it loose in your driving, too. Are you angry too, Director? You know what? I am, damn it! And not just because we had to save you to keep our hopes of fixing this mess alive. I have my own bones to pick with this world. Huh? But since I can't give this world a good slug, I'm taking out my resentment toward it with the border. Perfectly natural for defects and failures to be erased in this world. How dare they say that in front of me? Ever since I, Gordov Muzik, was born, I never did anything well enough to get so much as a single gold star. Well, now it's time to show off what a disgraced noble is really made of. Whatever you do, don't undo your seatbelts, and try not to talk unless you want to bite your tongue. Well, I can't say I saw this coming, but at least now we should be able to meet back up with Ganesha and Lakshmi. I just hope we don't run into any more trouble on the way there. Indeed, I'm seeing a signal in the distant eastern sky. It's Arjuna. We can't let him catch up to us now. Floor it, Da Vinci! What do you think I'm doing? If you really want to go help me go faster, then just leave me to it. Keeping the engine running at full speed without it blowing up in our faces isn't as easy as I make it look, you know. The Egg of Truth. Oh, we're going to the God Sky Boulder with this? I have no idea what we're going to be fighting. Okay, to be safe, I'm gonna pull a Wava. Actually, no, I'm gonna put a Merlin. Merlin! Well, assuming there is one, there we go. And we're gonna swap you with a Musashi. I'm gonna swap you with a Ushikishiki. And that should be good. That way I'm prepared if it's another AoE fest, and I'm prepared if it ain't. Here we go again. I witnessed a foolish war. A foolish war that left me with nothing but one question. Everyone understood how foolish it was, so why couldn't we stop it? That much was obvious. It was all down to everything that was bad and wrong in the world. In other words, the root cause of this foolishness was evil. This is the sort of thing that happens when we can't rid ourselves of evil. Being defective is evil. Being unnecessary is evil. Dishonesty is evil. Lawlessness is evil. Intolerance is evil. Distrust is evil. Adultery is evil. Disloyalty is evil. Bravado is evil. Deception is evil. Obliviousness is evil. Ignorance is evil. Decadence is evil. Jealousy is evil. Stupidity is evil. Avarice is evil. Everyone knows these things are evil. So why can't we rid ourselves of them? So I made a wish. Perhaps I felt differently in other worlds, but here in this one, I wished that there was a way we could be rid of them all. It was only after the war ended that I understood. The land stained red with my comrades' blood made it clear. The endless retribution, one cowardly act of violence begetting another, and on it made it clear. The feeling of killing a hated rival with my own hands made it clear. The world simply cannot rid itself of evil on its own. So if the world won't do it, someone else will have to. And if no one else is willing, that leaves only me. After all, the one who spilled the most blood on that land. The one most emblematic of the battlefield's evil foolishness. In other words, the most evil and foolish one of all was me. I wished for a just and proper world. An obvious, completely ordinary world that no one would ever think to question. A world so pure and perfect that only newborns and gods could believe in it. A righteous world where people never killed one another. Fortunately, the power I needed to destroy all evil and create that world was right there for the taking. Would you grab the balls by the nuts? You're gonna rush straight to the end, aren't you? Yup. Yuppers. What was that? Vimana is firing magical energy blasts at us from afar. Evasive maneuvers. Damn it all. My, looks like he's finally taking us seriously. Whatever you do, try not to slow down, okay? Easy for you to say. Well, what else can we do? Our lives are in your hands, and those hands are driving this vehicle. Come to think of it, I guess the fate of this whole world is in your hands too, huh? Stop that! I'm under enough pressure as it is! Doesn't anyone have any good news for me, damn it? At this point, I don't even care if it's real or not. My apologies, Commander, but I'm afraid I'm only seeing another abnormality in our nearby environment. Although, did the state of the world just change? Why now, of all times? Well, this is certainly less than optimal. It appears that the entire world is starting to buckle under the strain of all these cycles. Never mind that now, Holmes. Can't you see we've got more urgent matters for that big brain of yours to focus on? Between the Kali, the sacred beasts, and the magical energy blasts, there's just too much for me to keep track of alone. Boy, it'd sure be nice if a certain captain with nothing better to do was willing to help us out right about now. I'm only here to upgrade the ship. I didn't sign up to be a part of the crew. But I guess the circumstances are dire enough that I don't have a choice, and this shouldn't be too different from detecting torpedoes. Really? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Saver. Okay then, you can handle the cannon fire. But since we don't have any decoys to lead them away, all I can do is read the incoming projectiles' trajectories. The steersman piloting the ship will have to handle the rest. I can still tell you when to take evasive maneuvers, of course, but as for whether we survive, the gods only know. Isn't surviving against a god exactly what we're trying to do here? Please, Director Gordolf, please do whatever you have to in order to get us out of here. All right. You want to do this thing? Let's do this thing! Whee! Here comes the next one. Stay on course for the next 5 seconds. And swerve! Wahaha! Waha! At this point, all I can do is laugh. Do try to keep the impossible demands to a minimum, my dear Captain. I sure hope we make it out of this. At least we're almost there now. Right, when I first saw it, I never would have thought that this would be what it really was. Can I ask a silly question? Why is it shaped like that? Beats me. All I know is, Ganesha's the one handling that. She probably based it off the most impenetrable thing she knew about. I don't know exactly what that could be, and I doubt she does either, except maybe in her subconscious. It is an impenetrable domain made for the sole purpose of ignoring the outside world. An alternate world that physically embodies the very concept of shutting oneself away. Ah, given all that, it is no wonder we were unable to get a proper read on it. Furthermore, as it was made by a combination of both Ganesha and Lakshmi's magical energies, that made it impossible for either of them to sense what it actually was before they knew the truth. This is only the second time we're paying it a visit, but it feels completely different now. Back then, it was nothing more than a large object whose nature and purpose were completely unknown to us. We know now it's been waiting all this time to fulfill its purpose. Didn't they say it just... Wait, no. They said it's been there just like the sun. That's right. Right. Wait. So how far are we into the story? We're on the latter part of it for sure. Right, it's time to go back to God's Sky Boulder, to the place where Ganesha and Lakshmi are waiting. Yes, but not so fast. Remember what happened the last time we were there?
Hey, everybody! You're back to...
I don't know what I was gonna say.
We're back to the party!
Damn it, that's right. There are tons of Kali protecting it. Slowing down now would make us sitting ducks. Full speed ahead. Now I see, those Kali are here because of Lakshmi, or rather, Lakshmi. Since she has a connection to them, they must have been lured here by the scent of her pure magical energy. And it's since become a Kali nesting ground of sorts. If we keep going like this, Kali are going to start attacking the border. Please open the side hatch, Holmes. I'll get out there and try to fend them off. Well, guess I'd better head out to the roof then. Just make sure you don't lose your footing, got it? By the way, if you pull that hidden lever there, you'll find a porthole, so make good use of it. What? What?
Pull the lever, Brooke.
Oh. You still won't give me a break? We're gonna work you to the bone, Koyanskaya. What the fuck was that voice?
It is the voice of the Kali. I'm a ribbon dad. But why?
Okay, so I was right. Hordes of the Kali. What do you call a monster like this that attacks your tank? A border Kali!
Bye-bye!
Ow. Fuck you. Damn you, Arjuna! You shot me! Well, we are beating the shit out of them. Of course they have some damage.
You're like, ow! Instant kill, it's not fair! I didn't even get to try! Why?
Stop it! Damn you! Oh, it's shooting them too. That's pretty funny. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, wait, I didn't take Mordred. Never mind. Let's try that. I know your attack thing isn't gonna up them enough, but it'll be enough to prepare for the next volley. In the meantime, we can do this. There we go.
それでも勝利。
Man, friggin' YouTube. I have no idea why that happened. Well, I was just making silly noises anyway, so it's okay. So we're doing the close time loop thing, huh? What did we miss when the stream bugged out? Just me kicking the shit out of Morkali. Will you ever beat technology? It's a good question. Probably not. Not while I'm depending on it to just kind of, like, work. But we didn't miss any story, so we're good there. No story was missed. I'm still fine. Totally fine. Like I said, I have plenty of video games to keep me occupied here. Really? How many fucking video games do you have? No interruptions, just me and my games. It's like heaven. What could be better than a place where all I have to do is grind? Being a NEET is the best. All I have to do now is keep doing exactly what I've been doing. Easiest job in the world. So, yeah. I'm not worried about this at all. Why would I be? Because grinding can be fucking boring as hell. We're here, thankfully. The blasts from Vimana are sending the nearby Kali scattering. Now's our chance. I mean, I think it's just normal to expect streams to just, like, stop temporarily and then get back on. It does happen. Thank you, Director. All of a sudden, my knees won't stop shaking. Oopsies. Looks like the adrenaline finally wore off. I guess the rest of us will just have to take it from here. But in the meantime, great job, Director Gordolf. You really saved our asses. We can't hit the board. We can't target the border directly now it's hiding in that thing's shadow. But no matter. We may not know what it is they're after, but whatever it is clearly has something to do with the Sky Boulder. Therefore, the answer is obvious. All you need to do is focus your godly power on breaking it apart. Even if the Sky Boulder has endured your cataclysms up to this point, a being of your ability should still be able to destroy it if you focus solely on... The Sky Boulder? What is that? Huh? Does this mean you couldn't see it all this time? All because it's been here from the beginning? Now what to do? I've started to get a little bored, but I'm still fine. Totally fine. I can easily use my god powers to make new games or summon existing ones. I've got everything I need here. I can do whatever I want. I've got role-playing games, strategy games, sim games, action games, puzzle games, adventure games, shooting games, racing games. I've got fantasy worlds, sci-fi worlds, historical worlds, modern-day worlds. Video games are the pinnacle of human civilization. If you get tired of one, you can always move on to another. Man, this is so much fun. I love grinding and leveling up. I love looking for rare items. And if I run out of things to do, there's no end of different challenge runs to try. The sense of achievement I get from beating all of those is sweeter since I'm doing them for my own sake. I'm having the time of my life here. I stopped counting the days forever ago. I'm bored. I'm a moaning machine, a complaining machine, a tantrum-throwing machine, a crying machine. My mind is completely empty. I don't even want to think about what I'm thinking about. I just let my body do whatever it feels like at any given moment. And since nobody's watching, how's that any different from a broken machine repeating the same useless motion over and over? Wait, what is a machine? You could just fap for like 1,000 years. Crap, this isn't good. I could end up freezing at any time. Better make sure my most important data is saved. Not that it'll matter if I end up falling apart completely. I think I'm remembering something unpleasant. I won't move. I can't move. I don't want to move. I won't do anything. I don't want to do anything. But I have to at least do what I came here for. Why isn't there anybody here? Why won't anyone talk to me? Why won't anyone respond to me? Why? Why am I all alone? What, you run out of waifu and husbandos to keep you company? Please, somebody, anybody. Please be with me. Don't leave me alone. I don't want to be all alone forever. Okay, I think that's okay to stop there. I wonder how this is Artoria felt in Avalon. At last, we can finally relieve them of their long duty. That cube shuts out everything from the outside world. But there should be one key that can unlock it. Go ahead, Master. Oh no, I've run out of lotion! You got time to wait for your chafing to heal. Ooh. Touchity-doo. Touchity-dee. Touching the cubie. Somebody, save me. Kill me. No, not yet. I can still keep going, after all. My old self didn't have anything. But myself here already knows. I don't even know who I am anymore. But I do know this. Even though I'm nobody special, there's someone waiting for me. There's someone who believes in me. And besides, I promised. Is that light? Yes, light. I can hear something coming from it. Something far away and familiar. Yes, that's it. That's the one thing I never forgot. The one thing I've been waiting for all this time. A voice accepting me as I am. She places her hand delicately upon the cube's surface. She knew they couldn't possibly be fine with this. She knew they couldn't possibly be okay. She knew all along the two people waiting inside here are both liars. That's why this is kind of a oh-so-gentle mass of lies. a wall of determination erected by the two people inside who decided to fight by lying. She takes a deep breath and readies the reunion password in her mind. The password they agreed on merely moments, aeons ago, to tell them their job is finally over. Even shut-ins are allowed to see the sky. Yeah, this song. Easy there. How many centuries, millennia has it been? I can't say. None of us have any idea how long you spent like that. But I do know your long, painful journey was a success. You should feel proud about that. You were Rama. That's right, I remember now. Forgive me, it's been so long since I took human form. I can't seem to stand up straight. That's alright. You can lean on my shoulder as long as you need. But as I recall, the problem is that you're married. What's wrong with helping a woman who can barely stand? Sita would never have a problem with that. Besides, Lakshmi is Lakshmi's sister, which also makes you Sita's sister. Surely there can't be anything wrong with a man caring for his sister-in-law. Welcome back, Lakshmi Bai. It's good to see you again like this. This time at least, but I still... Lakshmi's okay! But of course her job was to be the outer shell, and use her divine core as a source of pure energy. The mental strain on her should have been relatively light, since she spent all that time as an inanimate object. What about Ganesha? She had to stay conscious the entire time to keep their combined noble phantasm domain going. What about her? She might be a god, but she was still in there alone for what might have been felt like an eternity. She could easily have had a mental breakdown. Talk to us, Ganesha! Oh right, I wrote it down in the notes in my save data file so I wouldn't forget. Sarah, that's right, you're Sarah. Now I just use that as the key to use my godly wisdom power and reload my memories and... Oh, I remember now. Oh man, what took you guys so long? I'm so sorry, are you okay? Is your mind still intact? Well, more or less, trust me. If anyone can handle being in a tiny room alone for a long time, it's a top-tier NEET like me. Of course, my body's pretty much useless right now. I'm sorry your master's been saddled with holding me and all my excess padding up. Oh, but I knew it. Huh? Is she looking past us? Is there something... No. Someone there? Yeah, that's right. Maybe the only reason I was able to hang in there was because of what he asked me back then. After all, I couldn't break my promise, could I? Now, okay, so we're talking time travel here. So we sent Ganesha back in time to go become this cubey dude with Lakshmi, and they've been there for thousands of years, long before any of us come. So did the counterforce then resummon Ganesha and Lakshmi Bai, so now there's technically two of them? Because otherwise, that would have affected the timeline so that Ganesha and Lakshmi Bai were never there. They've always been in the cube. So that's weird. That's weird. Support only. Oh lord. That could be tricky. What is a NEET? It's kind of like a hikikomori, but kind of like a super tech nerd. That is indeed a shut-in as well. So yeah, it's another term for that. It's specifically Japanese. I forgot what it stands for. Let me look it up. NEET. not in education, employment, or training. So someone who's unemployed as fuck, basically. Someone who lives to contribute technically nothing to society. This is a fun battle? Thank God. Now that Ganesha and Lakshmi's existences have been confirmed here, we have proven beyond all doubt that Arjuna is not a perfect god. And because they have proven this flawed nature by enduring his massive world-undoing cataclysms, the resulting drop in his divine power must be severe indeed. Good. It worked so damn well I skipped being happy and went right back to unyielding rage. What's more, Arjuna's basically cursed now, since I set them back to the past. All that time they spent there only reinforces the concept that any god who could miss something like this for so long must be defective. I see, to put it another way, it's as though a loan someone forgot to put on the books has finally come due. And now that we've proven the loan exists, we have the right to charge an exorbitant amount in interest. This should not make for a spectacular... Damn it, stop it. I'm trying to read it while it's moving. This should make for a spectacular show. There's nothing more exciting than a rival company on the verge of bankruptcy.
Fool before!
Now we should be able to actually hurt him, huh? Though that's not to say he's going to be an easy opponent. Just a moment. As I see it, part of my job is keeping an eye on things that Sarah's group can't. And right now, that would be you. Ah, fuck. Aswataman, no! You're ending your own life here. Why? You guys piss me off. Can't you tell, damn it? There's several reasons. First, I had to push myself way too hard to use Shiva's power to send those two back in time. Second, I'm still technically Arjuna's servant. If worse comes to worse, he could end up making me hurt you guys. You're enjoying watching this video get a little spike going? What do you mean, spike? Did it suddenly pick up in views or some shit? I try not to pay attention to that because it makes me self-conscious. And finally, there's no point keeping anyone around who can't fight worth a damn. Of course it pisses me the hell off. Don't worry, the moment those two were freed, the moment this world's destiny was thrown in for a loop, I'd already done what I could. And by that, I mean my spirit core should still be good for something. Truth be told, I was already pretty much a shadow of myself by the time we got here. I know there's no point in saying this now, but Sarah thought she would get to fight beside you right to the end. I can tell you she's going to be real disappointed. Well, who knows? Maybe she'll end up summoning me herself one day. That would be most encouraging. You are truly a dependable servant. In the future, Sarah is bound to bear witness to any number of scenes where she will be forced to stand back and bite her tongue, no matter how angry she must wish to get. If you could be there by her side at times like that, I think that would mean a great deal indeed. Guess you really do know the only kind of role I'm cut out to play. As for you, Ex-Master, you're the one who originally summoned me, so sorry I couldn't be more help to you. I was supposed to be your servant, but boy did I ever fail at that. You still got every right to be angry at me. I'm not angry. I know you couldn't help it. Believe me, I understand that sort of thing all too well. Maybe if I could get angry or upset on your behalf, it'd help you feel more appreciated as a servant. But I just can't. I don't know how to live my life that way. Sorry. The way you live your life, huh? While we're on the subject, let me say this. I was still your servant for a while, so I know this much about you. You might think you've lost your way and that you don't deserve to be thought of as human anymore. But you're wrong. I think you put your foot right through the path you were headed down. To make extra damn sure you wouldn't get lost on it. Maybe I don't have any right to say this, seeing as how I snuck in and massacred all those people in the dead of night. But my comrades were all a bunch of good-for-nothings, too. Especially Duryodhana and the other 100 princes, though they were still good, though they were still good guys at heart. Anyway, I think they were fine just the way they were. They might have been good for nothings, but they lived their lives the best they could, and I think that's all anyone can do. Yeah, I know, there's no right or wrong when it comes to living your life. But still, when you're born on the outside looking in on the world, there's not a whole lot you can do, right? So I get it. It's one of those things that just can't be helped. It's not worth complaining about it to anyone, and it's not worth asserting my rights over either. I just can't help but think it's a shame that this world sometimes ends up producing outcasts like me. Man, your resignation really colors everything in your life, doesn't it? That's why you feel bad for the world's lack of tolerance instead of for yourself. It's why you're appalled by human society's failure to help people like you. But you know, it takes a big person to think like that too. I don't have a problem with it. Hell, I wouldn't have a job without it. Who knows, maybe I'll end up running into you again someday as well. I'm sure you already know this, but as a servant, I'm not good for much except being a fiery ball of endless fury. But if you still haven't learned your lesson, and end up as my master again someday, I'll show you what that's like in bed. I'll make sure to make up for your lack of fire by getting good and angry on your behalf. Even if you aren't able to muster up any anger on your own about the world's injustices, I've got rage enough for both of us. Rage boner! I think that's what I meant to do. Well, thank you, Aswataman. That'll give me something to look forward to. Well, I've got that off my chest. I'm counting on all of you to take care of the rest. And by the rest, I mean that guy taking my place. I'm pretty sure you already know this, but he's not exactly the most graceful guy around. Sweet. You're still touching that thing? I knew it. I figured I'd find you here. Really pisses me off that you've been slacking. I have not been slacking off. I know that. I'm guessing this is the end. The place where Arjuna sends all the so-called failures he erases. A big old trash heap with no shape or form. Just different concepts floating around every which way. I figured you must still be drifting around here back when I saw you turn into Surya's light itself. Of course you knew. You were the one who said that. Ugh, is there anyone more tightly wound than you? Friggin' infuriating. Alright then, let's do this. We've only got a moment to pull it off, even if time is basically meaningless here. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna use everything I've got to pull you out of here, and you're gonna use everything you've got to climb the hell out. What do I have to do? It's easy. All we gotta do is be ourselves. Long as we do that, we should be able to connect. Alright, let's do it. If there is no concept of time here, all the better. I want to keep going until I'm satisfied. If the time we experience here has no meaning, that means we can use as much of it as we like. So why just go back as I am now if I could use this time to train and get even stronger? The hell? At any moment of existing in this space, we could be torn to shreds. And you want to train here? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm just going to do the same thing Arjuna did. Now that I know how far he pushed himself, I have to do the same to meet him on even ground. The same thing he did. He must have put himself through tremendous hardships before he reached his current state. It's one thing to say he collected every Indian divinity into himself, and another altogether to actually do so. He may rule this land now, but he has not transcended its bonds. His current state is the answer he arrived at after countless hard decisions and tribulations. In which case, it would be the height of rudeness to challenge him as my ordinary self. So I will put myself through the same ordeals he did as a sign of respect and of despair. I will only challenge him once I've pushed myself as far as I possibly can. As his brother, I owe him no less. What?
I'm on the hunt. I'll be back.
You gonna go shop?
Yeah.
Enjoy. Careful, it looks windy out.
Windy.
I'm sure it's fine. And you're going to help me get there, Aswataman. Ha! You're too damn good for your own good, you know? Irritating as hell, but then, I guess that's just how you've always been, isn't it? Alright, fine. I'm the one who came to get you, so I guess I've got a responsibility to see this through to the end. If you want to do this thing, we'll keep at it until you're good and satisfied. Come to think of it, I guess not caring about time is something you and the guy outside got in common. I can't tell if you got a good match for each other or not. Alright, here I come, hero of benefaction. Get ready for a world of pain. Is this why you guys are talking about it as DBZ? Taking the time to train like that? Super Karna! Okay, I actually haven't used you. What the hell can you do? Increase your Buster card effectiveness. Okay. Decrease target's defense. Well, that's good. Increased quick card effectiveness. Okay. And apply invincible and increase MP gauge. Well, that's good. And what's your NP, buddy? Complete devotion. Oh, you get to revive. Shit. So that mean I can't fuck this up no matter what I do? Huh. Whatever. Always try to get a noble phantasm off on you. Damn! Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of this. We're gonna do... What was your... Of course it's a burst. What's the point of having your quick card effectiveness up? Dragon, fuck the Dragon Ball Z. More like Dragon Ball Z. Oh no! Guts, baby. Ooh, ow. To be fair, I don't actually watch a lot of the movie, but I do kind of remember that concept. I don't see why I would wait, though. Who are the other two what? To lower whose HP? What? No, he doesn't say Kimetsu no Yaiba. It sounded like he said like Kimetsu or something. I'd have to look it up. I don't know what Fumetsu means off the top of my head, but... What's the score up to? I lost count in the high thousands. Damn it, it pisses me the hell off how strong you are. You are impressively strong yourself. I truly think you are one of the strongest warriors I have met. Well, did you do everything you wanted? I did. Then I guess you got nothing to worry about. There's only one thing left to say now. Let's go fight together again. I'll even let you borrow me. Thank you. I accept with gratitude. Huh, that's what I like to hear. Now hurry up. Thank you, my friend. Your anger may be defective and improper, but there are still some lost hopes that only it can save. What's going on? No way, is that... Aswataman's spirit origin was at its limit. Oh gosh, wait a sec. Am I experiencing dropped frames? That's confusing. I don't know why it's doing that. It's back? Okay. Aswataman's spirit origin was at its limit. Even if his connection to Shiva did let him interfere with time, he still had to sacrifice a lot to pull it off. So he chose to burn freely so he could leave his spirit core behind. Also, he could take advantage of the moment when Arjuna's fallibility was proven beyond all doubt. Because he believed that by doing so, a certain someone would come back, using his spirit core as an anchor. What? That's right. The possibility was always there. Would Arjuna ever absorb him and make him a part of himself? Absolutely not. Even if he did possess divinity, he is one being Arjuna would almost certainly refuse to absorb. After all... oh, my apologies. It would seem that the time is not yet right to speak of that. Master, look behind you! Honestly, it was really hard waiting for hundreds and thousands of years. But you did say we would be sure to meet again. That's a promise in my book. I mean, after all, I knew that you of all people would never ever lie. And so we have met again. You did wonderfully, Jinako Karigiri. Absolutely wonderful. I can tell you've grown since we last met. Your face is now as full of life as as a beautiful spring flower. Now, what I think I'm gonna do, for the sake of my own sanity, is finish off the Lostbelt in the next stream. Because I have a feeling there's actually still a decent amount left, as far as, like, reading the story goes. And I would be better able to enjoy that in its own separate sitting. I hope y'all can understand that. As a result, I will be doing my stream tomorrow. And finishing it off then, if that sounds alright to y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime goodness. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.